Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Flight Sports TV, that's where it's at.
Flight Sports TV.
What's going on, people? It's Flight Sports TV. I appreciate y'all for checking with me. Y'all already know what it is. We back with another one of them things. We got to discuss a whole lot of big baller brand talk right about now. There's a lot of things going on. To be honest with you, all three Ball brothers have something crazy popping off right about now. Obviously, all eyes and antennas are on Liangelo Ball, G3, G Honcho. This man has signed an unprecedented deal, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get into this deal that Jello signed. I wanted to touch bases with the people tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I thought that it was paramount. We're going to be touching bases with the people a lot, especially with all this big baller brand news just flying all over the place. Now, this Jello report just came out of nowhere, out the mid-blue. Everybody was awaiting the next single for Liangelo Ball. Come to find out, the man done signed the deal, so that fast, things could change. Liangelo Ball, his fortunes, it just went to another level. The opportunity to reach that Liangelo Ball now has musically, because let's stop acting like Jello wasn't highly connected, prior to this deal being signed. Shout out to Morris in the chat. He says song Pipe Down is fire. All of the people that is just enamored, with Jello now, could you imagine when he start getting these beats from, the likes of some of your favorite producers that's producing today? Could you imagine Liangelo Ball on a Metro booming? Could you imagine Liangelo on, like I said, a Zaytoven, some of the top level producers? That's what you can expect now from Liangelo Ball and his music, high level production. That's what I believe the label is going to be bringing for Liangelo Ball musically. Jello, I think a lot of people underestimate, his star power. We got to understand this guy is connected internationally and domestically. And this is a family brand. It's not, I know Jello obviously signed the deal, but his reach is just different from a new artist today. I'm not surprised that the label came out they pocket and they wallet with this kind of money and guaranteed. They're not signing artists for these kind of deals. You understand? The average artist is not getting the deal that Liangelo Ball signed, ladies and gentlemen. These people knew they had to deal with Jello a little bit differently. You understand? You couldn't come to Jello like, we taking 50% of this, we want some of this, we want some of that. You understand? When you got a guy like Liangelo who was taught by big baller brand, LaVar Ball, his father, ownership is key. You see what's going on with, LaMelo Ball. LaMelo got the big time deal with Puma. What is he doing though on the side? You see him pulling up the games. What is he wearing? LaFrance. You understand? He even got Puma to do a co-brand with LaFrance. You understand? Now that's some real big baller brand shit right there, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want that to go over your heads. You understand? This kind of mindset, this kind of attitude don't just come out of nowhere. You understand? It comes from these guys was taught, you know, where do we start with Lonzo? All these people counted Lonzo. They tried to shit on him. They counted him out. I mean, it was just getting downright scandalous the way they was doing Lonzo. You had all these people putting out these falsifying reports from your biggest, guy on television to the no names, that nobody knows. Everybody has an opinion or had an opinion on Lonzo and his future. Would Lonzo be playing? Oh, is it over? His career is finished. He'll never be the same again. These people, they lied, you understand, and they need to be held accountable for putting out these falsified reports. And here at Flight Sports, we will hold these guys accountable. You understand? Lonzo was back. This man was in the starting lineup. Obviously it was an injury to Kobe White that, resorted in that. But clearly you see Lonzo getting back to starting level play. The only reason why he's on the bench is only off injuries, ladies and gentlemen. You can't say talent. These guys got to, usher in Lonzo very safely. You don't want to just throw this man out there. I know like myself, a lot of other Lonzo fans, we want to see Lonzo right now. Just we ain't trying to see, we don't want to hear shit about holding him out, none of that. We just want to see, we know what he could do. Let the chains go, Chicago. And Chicago, they've been with him every step of the way. They're going to take this thing slow with Lonzo. We don't know what's his future, even if he's going to remain in Chicago. So we can't think small-minded here like, oh, man, just show the world right now this season. This man is very young. He's got a long career ahead of him, ladies and gentlemen. So I do applaud the way the Bulls is moving with Lonzo, even though I wish things was a little bit accelerated. But like Lonzo said on this podcast, that's why it's paramount for you to go subscribe to the Way podcast. Jello, these guys cooking. He said, it don't make sense playing, X amount of minutes and then being out for Lord knows when. So they know what they're doing. And you see the minutes going up and up and his production going up and up, so when it's time, he will be on schedule. That's what I could honestly see for Lonzo Ball, but he proved all his doubters wrong. I don't even know why Stephen A. Smith even came out so harshly. I really think that what happens is, and this goes for Cameron as well, I think that these guys, they get in the situation where they talk about the Ball family. They see a lot of engagement, especially when they talking crazy, and instead of rewriting your statements, these guys continue, to for whatever reason, I guess for more engagement. You understand? I guess people don't understand when you mention Liangelo's name, people, there's a lot of ears and antennas that come with that. You don't think it is what it is, and the people they seen that. I'm just saying, a lot of things that was going on, I thought was a little bit extra. You understand? It didn't have to go to that level. So I don't know if production was like, man, listen, we got to do business, keep going on with this Jello shit. Even Cam today says something. We're gonna break that down. Listen, we just getting started, ladies and gentlemen. Get your popcorn, get your coffee, whatever the hell you need to do. I got the Pope B. Frank. He just came in the building, the legendary Pope. Yo, Pope, man, there's a lot of things going on with the Ball family. What's the deal, Pope?
Hey, what up, Flight? What's going on, man? Shout out to you, brother.
Yeah, what's good, man? We got a Ball family live cooking today. Before we get into everything, what the hell's going on with Liangelo? He just signed an unprecedented deal. Is crazy. It's ironic that you joining us, a guy, you musically inclined. You never scared to spit some bars. Jello just inked a massive deal. It's 13 million, 8 mil guaranteed. I mean, what the Lord have mercy. This he owned everything. You understand? Pope, break this deal down. This Flight Sports is breaking news.
Smooth. I'm not as heavy. You said 13 million
That's what
for
that's
wait.
what reports are saying. This is coming from Def Jam and Universal.
Def Jam
And yeah, Def
signed
Jam is
Liangelo to 13 milli
yes, that's what I'm saying. This
for how
deal is
many albums?
unprecedented. Well, they didn't get into the albums. I heard he's gonna own the whole situation. He's gonna get his own label. So there's a lot of things with that. We ain't get into what's happening with the albums and everything. Maybe that information to come out clear. But this is reported by everybody. The deal is 13 million, but it's 8 million guaranteed. Like that, like this. So that's kind of crazy.
Right, sound like a basketball contract, not like a rapper's contract. That's funny. That's what's up.
Yeah,
So yeah,
rappers
so
not
that's
getting that kind of deal. Not your average rapper.
right. Yeah,
And
that's you.
and
Shit, I
and
ain't heard
full
nobody.
ownership. Full ownership.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out, man. That's funny though. I mean, you know what I'm saying? For him to get a deal, usually cats don't need no deal, no record deal nowadays. I don't hear cats really signing record label deals. They just usually do it themselves. Like he don't need no deal. I don't think. So I don't know. I have to figure that one out. I don't know why would he sign a deal when he don't need to sign a deal. He Liangelo Ball. He already that kind of to me is kind of that's kind of I don't know. That's a little off. It's like you got the internet, right? And everybody in the world, damn near, he like you said earlier in the video, he worldwide known, damn near. He internationally known, so he don't need no record label to push him. He can go and pay. He already got enough money to buy whatever feature. If he want whoever, if he want Kendrick Lamar on the right price, you get Kendrick Lamar 2 million, he'll pop up on your shit and show out. You want mustard on the track? All you gotta do is pay him. So and that right there alone, that's all your money, whatever you get. Just like this song he just dropped, that whoa whoa. Ain't no Def Jam ain't gonna see none of that. That's all him. So I don't know why he would link himself into a deal when he didn't need to. But that's good. I mean, you gotta get basketball is and he see that future that door is closing and he got more talents that God and blessed him with, and he exercising it. So shout out.
Yeah, like I said, a lot of people they was looking for an update on the basketball front, but it looked like Jello, man, he got himself a new endeavor here. Um, I really think that Jello should just go full swing with this, man, and just see what's next. How big is the next single for Liangelo? Because we all know musically, eventually people want to hear the second single. They didn't drop the second single; they teased it, but they came out with the information of this deal. So, what's going on with Jello and possibly the second single? How crucial is it?
Uh, I think it's super crucial on the fact you gotta let them know how deep in you is, and I think the way the West is up right now, the West Coast is destroying the hip hop game right now. Uh, and that's where he's from. He need to get his West Coast people behind him too. So if he want to really stand out, yeah, a real West Coast real West Coast producer like Hit Boy, Mustard, somebody like that. He need to have producing this track. Maybe have some real West Coast cats on there. Maybe even need to go with Joey Badass since that's you know what I mean, just to put on for the West. Jello Ball
What,
did
what
a
about the game? Game had tweeted out some stuff about him. What you think about that?
Nah, don't nobody rock with the game on the West. He's a lame on the West. He's been put to shame on the West. He stand no. He don't want to stand by game. Game's a lame. He needs to stand by somebody who official from the West, and because he official, ball official in the West, he got to bring that West Coast. Like let him know because a lot of people they know, but if they don't follow the ball family like we do, they might not know. They might just know him from Lithuania and from there up till now. They might
Oh,
not know exactly
you got
where he came
Snoop.
from.
Snoop. You got Snoop. I did think Snoop would be a good look. You can't go wrong with
No, we
Snoop.
ain't fucking with Snoop neither. No, Snoop traded on Kendrick Lamar. You see, you gotta know how the West is. We real loyal about our shit. When you do some fuck shit, we ain't fucking with you. Niggas don't
But
fuck with Snoop.
it's so crazy. Cameron was signed to Def Jam too. That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure if he still is signed to Def Jam. I'm looking at it because that
Nah,
nigga is crazy.
yeah, nah,
So
Ken-
Cam not signed, probably he right independent now, but I mean he was signed to Def Jam at a point in time. I mean Def Jam signed a lot of artists. I mean obviously, so many people. It's just we're gonna be going on for days about all the legendary Def Jam artists. But Jello joins that situation. Um, how you think this deal even came about, man? Because I mean,
Cause
did
he
you
with
see a
Rock
deal
Nation.
coming?
They
Oh
gotta,
yeah,
yeah. You gotta understand. They've been with Rock Nation for years. So as soon as Jello drops something hot and that's viral, Jay Z, oh, pedophile, allegedly looking ass boy, he gonna try to snatch him up. Man, that's what I'm confused by. Like Jello need to read the room, which I always say, not the sharpest tool in the toolbox. Like nigga, what the fuck would you sign with Rock? What would you sign with them for? You got enough. It's too much in this world. Like people don't even sign record label deals no more. They do it all independently. Like unless if you gonna sign with somebody, don't go sign with no East Coast record label, nigga. Go to TDE or something. Go to some. Like what are we doing? So I don't know. To me, that's a little weird. It's like he under Jay Z's thumb. Like Jay Z said, "Oh, you hot now? Or you drop something hot? All right, I sign you." And they're like, "Nigga, fuck you, nigga. I don't need you." So that's what I don't know. That shit weird to me. 13 million, all that sound good, but it's like nigga Jello them rich. They rich for real. So he don't gotta bite at no 13 million. Like he probably gonna make that off this new song, that whoa whoa. He might make that off of that. Like he might knock 8 million down guaranteed that's off that one song. So
nah, I agree with you, man. He said, "Not this man hating." Nah, man. Like I said, like Jello. To be honest with you, this is a celebration. I'm just happy that Jello got something popping going on. A lot of people was trying to discredit Liangelo. We got to stop acting like all these people coming out the woodworks has support for Liangelo. We got to understand this guy Popeman, covering Liangelo for many years. This guy's very qualified. We got a lot of new people coming out of nowhere now. We got to put things into perspective, ladies and gentlemen. So you might learn a thing or two tonight, if you're listening.
right.
Go ahead, Pope. Because we got a lot of
No,
people talking about there's a lot of hate going on.
yeah, no, it ain't no hating. And when you were saying like people like didn't believe in Jello, something you just said right before that.
I was gonna wait for this. Go ahead, Paul. I won't cut you off. Go ahead.
No, you good. But yeah, no, his basketball career is where I think most people was like, that's over, brother. Move on. And so I'm glad to see that he moved on and it hit. God is good. So he moved on and it hit. But soon as it hit, somebody come try to lock you down in under a contract for real. And that's where I'm like, damn, nigga, you was okay. That was cool what you did. You on now. You could have capitalized on your own, especially like if you listening to LeVar. LeVar is own your own business, be your own boss. That's his motto. He could have started Triple B record label. They could have transitioned and he could have ran that shit and LeVar ran that shit.
What I will say is they did give him his own. I know it's under Universal Def Jam, but he does have a label. He's gonna control his own label, his own ownership. It seemed like they're gonna push this song. They haven't even released a video yet. I don't know if people even noticed that. Like I think obviously Def Jam and Universal is going to be heavily behind that. I'm expecting from this deal, to be honest with you, nothing really to change for Jello except for better production. I think he's gonna get the best producers in the game now. Working with him, he's gonna get the features. Now you're talking about this could be a crazy remix. It could be. We think of one person. Well, what if the whole West Coast get on it? What if you get? It's getting to that point. What about somebody from down south? Everybody keep talking about this. This song is giving them a Cash Money feel.
Yeah,
They
it don't
can't get
sound like no
they
West
can't get in
Coast joint.
contact with Wayne. Nobody can't get in contact with Wayne.
Yeah,
I'm
that's what
just
I'm
saying.
saying. You gotta get, if you want to be in the rap game and you want to succeed in the rap game, your own gotta back you. So he need to do whatever his next move. He need to make it so West Coast. He need to get far away, especially since he just signed with the East. You gotta be home. Your hometown has to fuck with you. If they
Right,
don't, it's not gonna work. You gotta
right,
think about every great rapper, all their hometown, they home team fucks with them tough.
right. No, I agree with you. We're gonna get back into Liangelo G3. We ain't done there. I want to get to Lonzo. I'm happy that you here. You understand because you know you were one of the people who was critical of Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball just started in his first game back. I mean, people really just got carried away with Lonzo. This man was, desperately trying to get back on the floor. Not only is he back on the floor, but every single game you see more progression and after progression after progression. The man just started. The man is very effective. He's not out there as some sideshow. The man is impacting defense, impacting the offense. I mean, seriously, Pope, what's your thoughts on the situation with Lonzo and his, comeback? If you will, talk to the people, man, because I think homage needs to be paid.
I was waiting for that. I was waiting
Had
for
that
that.
one.
Yeah, I didn't think it was coming. You almost threw me off because you was so smooth on how you was delivering the setup. And then it went to, I think homage need to be paid. Okay, okay. Ah, excuse me.
Let's talk.
Okay, let's talk. Let's talk. So, listen. I'm always for a person on some comeback story shit, comeback kid type of get down. Still, to me, jury is out. Can he play for? He already was. He been hurt for the long. Now his progression is beautiful. The way he not playing timid. He not favoring the knee or he balls out. He balls to the wall. He nigga, if it's gonna go, it's gonna go. But I'm gonna play hard. That's for sure. So I tip hat off. I tip hat off to him for that right there. And I hope to see him continue. I didn't believe if I was a gambling man, I'd have bet my money. No way he gonna last a whole season and beyond, especially look like the Lonzo Ball that we all expected him to look like. And that's my biggest thing. See, I know you a Lonzo fan, right? Been one of the biggest Lonzo fans. I was a Lonzo Ball fan. I was a big Lonzo Ball fan. I looked at Lonzo. I'm still a fan of his, but I criticized him because he didn't look like the cat who I seen in high school and at UCLA. But again, little information that I knew at the time was his knee was that fucked up to where he couldn't perform on that level. And that's what I was trying. That's where all the where's Lonzo, because it's where is Lonzo, the cat that I've seen that looked at transcendent, that looked at generational, looked like he was going to be the best point guard we ever seen. And that's the Lonzo that's the where's Lonzo, because that's the Lonzo I had in my head. It's going to be the best point guard nigga we ever seen in the history of basketball. And so when it didn't pan out like that and he didn't play up to that standard, That's where the Where's Lonzo came out and answered my question. He was hurt.
I don't mean to cut you off. It was a lot, like I said, a lot of things going on. You even had Lonzo. Like I said, this is tough, man, but we got to put things into perspective. Lonzo came out and credited that maybe those big, he didn't say maybe. Like I said, I'm sitting here trying to sugarcoat shit. He came out and said that the big baller brand shoes, played a role in some of these injuries, So I mean, that he came out and said it. It was tough, to hear, but I don't know what the hell happened, but Lonzo clearly was masking some injuries, especially that first year, in Chicago. It looked like I don't know what happened, but before you know it, the man was out for forever, but nonetheless, he is back. And I think that's so epic. We're going to get back into it. Listen, I got my man All Access in the building. We're discussing a whole lot of big baller brand talk. Dex, we got the Pope B. Frank. We got so much breaking news to discuss. You currently rolled in here on the Lonzo talk. We're going to get the G3. Pope was sitting here discussing, why he was coming, with some of the antics with Lonzo and why, this was happening. But he is acknowledging the progression, of Lonzo Ball. The man is back. He's starting. Like I said, homage needs to be paid. Dex, what's the deal? It's Flight Sports.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Flight Sports TV, the machine, the voice of the voiceless, the people's champ, the hottest in the streets. Yes, sir. Salute to the panel, salute to the chat, and salute to everybody pulling up the Flight Sports TV to witness this here extravaganza. We got the one and only Pope B. Frank. Pope B. Frank then came out the bushes like Allie wished this, and it's all good for 25. So, listen, Flight, there's a lot of things on the horizon for Big Baller Brand and the three boys. They all have become accomplished, and they all have reached a pinnacle in a point of their careers in which the fanfare is just mad crazy. So when you look at the tactics of the brothers, it's all good. Even Lonzo himself, Pope and Flight, that he admitted that G3 leapfrogged him. And he was like, kind of astonished at it. Like, wow, this is really real. And the way he leapfrogged him was through music. And like I said, everybody has their lane. You just never know when your lane gonna pop or how it's gonna pop. You just gotta be prepared. And the ingredients to success is when opportunity meets preparation. You have the most optimal time to be successful if those two spark. So I'm happy for Liangelo. I'm happy for Lonzo. I'm happy for Melo because Melo is playing so stellar basketball. It's so crazy that ESPN and everybody wants to duck what LaMelo is doing right now. I got Lonzo, ZO2, as the comeback player of the year. I mean, he looks like he got that hands down. And so a lot of the mainstream media is in obfuscating the rise or the resurgence of all three ball brothers. It's not just one, not just two, and it's not just basketball. It's across entertainment genres. Flight and Pope, salute.
Salute.
Yeah, but like I said, we were sitting here cooking about Lonzo Ball. We was discussing his progression. We're gonna get back to that. What's your thoughts on this deal? What's going on with Liangelo? Because we did have breaking news, Dex. This man signed for 13 mil, 8 mil guaranteed. We was just breaking this deal down. Join the conversation. Let's get your thoughts on it.
Well, I've been amongst the music business since, was it 1987? when I was a part of a rap group. We was mimicking the success of the Beastie Boys. You know, we had two non-black. One was white, one was Mexican, and I was a DJ. And I was like mimicking DJ Hurricane from the Beastie Boys, right? So we had a production going on. We laid out a couple of demos. Nothing really sparked. We had some live performances. So I know how difficult and hard it is to even scrape the surface of the music industry and all of the up and comings and the veterans that's trying to scratch out a presence in the music industry. Like I said, it is extremely difficult. And for Liangelo to be as a woodpecker, pecking the wood and creating his own foxhole in which he has earned throughout his music endeavor, despite if it was with Lonzo or even by himself. It's just mad crazy that Liangelo can niche a deal like that. Now, here's what's really going on. Are you ready for this? Because this is going to punch some people in the stomach. Def Jam, right? I mean, what a cornerstone for hip hop, Def Jam, right? It wasn't the first black owned label, but it was the most profitable black owned label when it came into existence. We got to throw our hands up to Sugar Hill Records, Sylvia Robinson, woman who made the disco song, I think it was Pillow Talk, and she turned her hip hop empire, out of Sugar Hill Records. But Def Jam with the Russell Simmons and Rick Rubin and that crew that started out of a dorm room in college, you know, to be able to, I think before Russell sold it, like 300 million strong. And not only that, they managed a multiple acts who even wasn't on the label, but just Russell Simmons' acumen in the industry. They allowed him to be, Russell management. So Def Jam in itself is a pride and an iconic pillar of hip hop. And then you got Universal Music Group. Do we want to really go into the depths of Universal Music Group? We already know they pitted the war with Drake and Kendrick, and it seemed like Drake kind of fell by the wayside to some extent as Kendrick propelled himself to another level of stardom and a culturalized, iconic figure. Now, Leangelo's got the ears of the young folks. Leangelo light skinned. Leangelo's also have celebrity. Leangelo also have a little bag himself. So he didn't come in on bending knees begging for a deal. Can Liangelo be this new kind of Drake figure? Not Drake himself, because Drake is very astronomically successful. But coming in with the, with the connection and the complexion, could this be a impetus for a new kind of Drake in the music industry?
I got a question. I got a question for you, Dex. I mean,
okay, go ahead, Flight.
What you think about his basketball career? Do you think that because a lot of people have these
I think that's
questions.
postponed.
You think it's okay? Because everybody's celebrating this, but deep down, people are contacting me, and they want to know what the hell's going on with the basketball, But I'm trying to celebrate this deal, but I'm still getting these questions. How do you handle the situation?
Man, listen, Flight.
Talk to us. Talk to the people.
The big baller himself. The big baller himself stamped, approved, and certified Jello to continue in this rap thing. Now, Lonzo was really the rap brother, right? But now G3, come on, for crying out loud. G3, he has the look, he has the build. He's a muscular type individual. He has the tough guy image. You know what I'm saying? Where Lonzo really doesn't have that tough guy image. And Liangelo sometimes will bang on you if you subliminally watch Liangelo. Sometimes he'll bang on you. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I've been keeping my eye on with Liangelo Ball. Is he gonna come out and admit that, you know what I'm saying, he has some association, some affiliation? What's going on with that? Is it real or is it just entertainment? You feel me? Because we know LeVar would bang on you. If you watch LeVar sometimes, he'll throw it up. You follow what I'm saying? Now, I don't know if he's doing it out of entertainment. I don't know if he's doing it just to show somebody that, you know what I'm saying, where it's really at. You follow what I'm saying? So Liangelo has the cosmetic package, pause, when it comes to this rap thing. And this is why I can say that he could be the Drake version that's really got hands. We know Drake done got hands put on him, but Liangelo done put hands on people on that court. You follow what I'm saying? And there's video footage of such in retaliation for what happened overseas. So he's not afraid to put hands on somebody when it comes to his family. And that's what we love about a lot of hip hop artists, because they speak about that. You know what I'm saying? How they love their family and they will, do whatever they want, whatever they, gonna do to protect their family and their fortune and things of that nature. And Jello gives off that aura. So I think basketball could be postponed until this probably thing blow over, and then maybe that might help him a little bit, and he don't have to lean on LaMelo or Lonzo for any basketball nepotism. So we'll see, because some people want Jello to do one or the other. And I'm like, well, what the fuck? What do you mean one or the other? Nobody in this world should just be stuck on one thing. That's asinine. You should have multiple streams that can get you some bread. You know what I'm saying? Because the way the world is shaping today financially, you can't just really live off one stream unless you're some superior athlete. And even some of the athletes showing you that you can't just live off one stream. They doing their little side hustles and things of that nature. So for anybody to sit and tell Liangelo to do one thing, I think is very immature and is very asinine at heart. Like,
yeah, we got Fresh Prince in the building. What's the deal, Belize?
Yo,
You see what's going on with G3?
Yo, man, it's a lot going on with G3, bro. It's a lot going on. First, I want to say Happy New Year to the channel, bro. We out here making numbers out here. If y'all know, man. We've been doing this, talking about this for years now. You see, back when he signed with Rock Nation, like all of this was all in play. Because you remember he signed with them because Lonzo and him wanted to work on their music, and that was the platform that they could have helped them to do that. So. Like all of that stuff was all in play. We all seen this coming, but I would say with Jello dropping this hit song right now, it is doing numbers, bro. I think it touched like already almost 8 million views in almost like 9-10 days or something like that. I think that's pretty insane. With him getting a deal though, I think is pretty dope because it's a label deal from what I was reading on. His label is Born the Ball. So him and his brother, I believe, we're gonna co-handle that together, and I think that's gonna be dope. It would be really dope to see if they get some like upcoming artists to sign with them, or even like it's probably far-fetched, but you see how like Wiz Khalifa, when he started his label Taylor Gang, he got one of the OGs like Juicy J to be the president, and Kanye West kind of did something similar when he started his good music with Pusha T. So you know, it would be, you know, interesting. You know how Cam and Mace was kind of joking, but if they was to like join that wave, or even like to even be funny with it, like, you know, what if Jim Jones jump on that wave and be like,
Oh
you know,
man,
that's the ball, like, cause yo, Jim, you know what I mean? Like
Cam gonna have
I'm
more homage to be paid too, because the deal got signed. Well, the deal was announced after
yeah,
that show
after
came out, so
after
more
he came
homage
out.
got to be paid.
Nah, that's a
Listen,
fact.
in flight. I told you on numerous occasions, Cam was acting funny because if Cam wasn't acting funny, he got his ears to the streets. He knows what's popping right now, and he chooses to ignore it. Go ahead, buddy.
But nah, yeah, I think even like the way how he tried to downplay it on the show today, like, you know, I
Yeah,
was getting
I don't agree
notification.
with everything Cam is saying,
Nah,
especially
me
with
neither.
Jello. I don't agree with any of. I don't
And
like
you know,
his
Mace
the
and
way he moving
Mace
with it.
and Mace kind of made a funny point when he was like, "Oh, would you consider him one of the basketball athletes, right?" And you know, when he said that, right, I laughed and said, you know, if Cam considered himself one of the basketball athletes, right,
Jello
then
was
that
way better than Cam.
in high school, regardless, like, you can't
Yeah,
even argue
word.
that,
He
right?
wasn't no
So
phenom. This motherfucker just went to a couple of good games.
you
So I
see
think
you
that, I
see
mean,
where
yeah,
I'm
come on,
going with it, right? So you can't even
yeah.
that's basically what I was getting at. So you can't just say, oh, he just, you know what I mean? Like, he did it too in high school. So if was one of those basketball guys that just never made it out of high school,
Nah,
then you
but we
know,
gotta.
retrospects. You know, I'm not I trust me, I follow the whole scenario. But I'm just saying, if he's one of those who jumped into the rap career, that's a good leap from basketball about
Yeah,
you
but I
know,
want to say,
yeah.
shout out to Cam or whatever, but he never was at the level of a basketball player that Liangelo was. So I just want to point that into consideration.
Well,
You know,
I will go.
he was never a phenom in the city of New York.
Well, no, because
Cameron
you know,
Giles.
no, well,
You
yeah,
don't know
no,
any.
no, of
You've
course not.
never heard of that name in the city of New York. When you think of the elite point guards,
Because you had Stephen
Liangelo
Marbury
Ball,
Cameron,
calling him a
Cameron
coach.
made his
Liangelo was a
name.
Chino Hills prodigy. Well, go ahead.
Yeah, but Cameron was cool in high school though. I mean,
Yeah,
we
he
don't
was like,
that's
that's
nothing
what I'm
from.
saying.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, he was
that's the
cool
thing
in high
about
school, but
for
he
basketball
really made
style,
his
he wasn't
name. Yeah,
cool. Yeah,
he really made his name on the Rutgers League.
yeah.
That's where he really became like a kind of like a street legend in New York during this Rucker time because
But
he
now,
was
like,
like the
even
young
after high
player.
school, like, you remember you had like Stephen Marbury, all them at that time during coming out of high school in that era. So it was, you know. But regardless of the fact, he definitely wasn't on no Jello level for sure. Jello like owned records in Chino Hills in L.A. Like that speaks volumes. So he's nowhere near that. And I feel like him downplayed that a lot. Like he's, you know, and I feel like he just don't know. And he made another little slick remark where it was like when Mace was like, "Would he sign him?" And he was like, "Oh, I will have to speak with LeVar because you know LeVar runs everything over there." And now for him to now, like you said, now got to deal with Def Jam. I wonder how he would respond to that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I wonder if Jello will do a remix to it. Will he do a remix, and who would he put on the remix? Like,
Well, it looks like he was kind of
Good
hanging out
call.
with. Looked like he was kind of hanging out with Osama. So I don't know if
Yeah.
he put Osama on there
Right.
or what's the other guy, Neo 3.
Yeah. Hey, Pope, what you think about what Fresh Prince just said?
About what part exactly? My
yeah, I
bad.
know I said a lot, bro. I was like, damn.
I mean, some of his key statements. I mean, he was just discussing a lot about, well, we could get into Cam for a second. Do you think that Cam Ron was taking it to another level with Liangelo, or what you think?
I think Cam is cornball, always have. So he just proved my point. I mean, nothing Cam be talking about, I'll be listening to.
Not yet.
Dude been a clown, man. That ain't nothing new.
That's a fair one.
I mean, like I said, it's upsetting that he doing this
Not
stuff with Jello. I think that he pushing it for clicks, because like I said, I don't. When this guy was talking about Jello, and it just started a whole wave. So I mean, he
right.
talk about a lot of people. When he talking about Jello, not only did it create a wave, but Jello was responding.
And then,
So
I
it's
think
like he took.
Cameron, right? I think
hold
Cameron
on.
gonna try to take credit for it.
Of course.
See, if I didn't mention Jello or call him Gino, this would have never happened.
No, but
I'm
then you see,
very much influenced this situation.
nah,
What you say?
I don't
What you
think
say, murder?
I don't think Kim would do that too much because it will go against a lot of stuff that he said. So I don't think he will go that route. But I would say though, one thing about Jello is that he got the backup. You know what I'm saying? And Lonzo. So like if just cause y'all don't know, meaning not of course us, I'm talking about the people. So just cause y'all don't know about his other music, he dropped an album, or you know what I mean? He dropped the album that Ball Star weekend. That was when LaMelo was became an all-star that weekend. They dropped that weekend. So that was all for the brothers. Like, so if y'all not in tune with all what they've been doing with their music career, like this is nothing new. He dropped the Lonzo dropped the album for his father. You know what I'm saying? He dropped the song for his brother when the NBO ones dropped. Like, you know what I mean? The first ones with the big baller brain. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so again, if y'all not in tune with that, that's on y'all. So it's good to see that Jello, got a song that hit the algorithm so heavy that and I feel like it was also a due to hip hop. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's because everything in hip hop lately was everyone wanted to sound the same. It was all going the same route, all the different route. So now this is just like a fresh sound. So you see how the young people was like, oh, it sounds like an old sound. But remember, for us, that was a sound we used to like. But all of a sudden, we just not bop to that no more. We always just started bopping to one sound. But we always was like people who like different versatile of music. So I feel like yeah, Jello just kind of like got like music back fun again. I would love for him to go like go fun with it. Really get like a Soldier Boy on there and go crazy like you know what I mean? Like really go
Oh,
crazy for
no.
the internet. Like yeah, it will go because
Fresh Prince. Let me
Go ahead.
ask you something.
Go ahead.
Let me ask you something. Okay, so you keep up with hip hop, it seemed like, right? You into
Oh,
hip
of
hop
course.
and
I'm
in
tapped
tune
in.
with what's going on, right? You keeping up with the battles,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You keeping up with Kendrick and then Joey Badass talking about too much West Coast dick licking, and then you keeping up with Ray Vaughn, his response, Daylight, his response. You keeping up
Yeah,
with that stuff,
all that stuff for the most
right?
part, but
Okay,
not
so
too heavy. But yeah,
what's
go ahead
going to
though.
happen is, and what's going to happen is, because what you're going to see is East Coast versus West Coast in hip hop again. That's what's about to happen. You think East Coast niggas is about to just let with Daylight and Ray Vaughn, how they came on there?
But you
You think
see,
everybody just gonna let that go?
nah, but it's not even about all that right now, and that's what I was
Oh,
trying to
it's
get at
definitely
first.
about that. You got to
Nah,
read
it
the room,
is,
sir.
but it isn't one
Where's
side of it, right?
Liangelo from?
No. I get that part, and this is what I was trying to get at. This is exactly what I was trying to get at, right? Is making it back fun again. He don't have to play the sides just because he's from over there. Does
Oh
not
yeah,
make it
no,
have to
you're
play
gonna
the
have to
sides.
play a side
That would
when
be
it
the
comes to
same
East
thing.
Coast,
No,
West
no,
Coast beef.
hold on, bro. That's the
That
same thing what
beef?
Ice Cube
Was you
did. No,
around when the
hold
East
on,
Coast,
bro.
West Coast was beefing
Hold on, bro. That's the same
back in
thing what
hip
Ice
hop?
Cube did. Ice Cube when they was beefing, Ice Cube was still making music with them people on the East Coast. And this is what I'm saying. So
You
with
can
that,
still make
with you
music.
playing with him, with Jello could play, what I'm saying he could play the both sides, is
But
right.
see,
The type of
no.
song he
This is
got.
where hold on. But this
Go
is what
ahead.
you understand. Jello gotta have the West Coast behind him. He
No,
don't
he
have
don't.
the
No, the
Ice
fuck
Cube.
he don't.
Listen what you said. Ice Cube is a West Coast don. He can make music with whoever. He solidified where he from. He stamped it, right?
Bro,
He put the West on.
Jello's a
So he
hooper,
can do
bro.
whatever he want to do.
Bro, Jello's
You
a
gotta
hooper
earn that.
first. This is a
Niggas barely
hottie.
know Jello from California like that.
Bro, this is what I'm saying. He's not coming up like, oh, I'm an artist from West Coast and I'm West Coast rap. No, bro, that's not
If you don't
Jello's a
got the West
hooper,
Coast behind you where you from, you're not gonna succeed in rap, bro.
bro. He's making
Name me a
music because
rapper that didn't have
he
their
don't need
hometown backing them.
nah, geez. I think you got it. I feel like that's the narrative that they want, bro, and we don't need
No,
that
that's
in
not
our
in
hip hop.
there. Okay, so name me a
Fucking
rapper.
Jeez.
This
Name me
is
a
what I'm
rapper
saying, bro. Like,
who name me a rapper who popping who don't have his city behind him.
bro, Jello
Yeah, but
got
don't you
Oh,
think Jello
Jello
is
got the
different?
world behind him. He's
He
global,
got the
bro. He
international and domestic reach.
yeah, he's global, bro. He don't need the
Motherfuckers
sides, bro.
overseas waiting for this.
He don't.
nah,
Yeah, bro.
man.
Yo, bro, let me
no,
tell you something.
sir.
Let me tell
You
you,
got
nah, bro. Like, yo, hold on, bro. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something.
man.
Real
The
shit,
man
yo.
made one album. This dude said Jello. Come on, man. He made not even an album. He made a song, brother. Let's be
Bro, and this is what I'm trying to
realistic.
explain to you. This is what I'm trying to explain to you, bro, because like
And
you're not paying
it's not
attention to
that
the
hot. Listen,
algorithm.
I don't listen. The song
Right. You could say
is
it's not that
catchy. It's
hot, right?
cool
But
for
the internet
kids or
says
whatever the
different
case. But
because
it's nothing a lot of
he
people will
rolled the
bump, bro.
song
It's not
out.
he's not a lyricist or he's not like
Nah, you
he
chatting, bro. You chatting, bro. And that's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
no, don't know.
That's that. See,
That's
that's
still
that.
not gonna
Y'all
do it
some
like that.
bro. Y'all some people who don't listen to the pen and paper because my man's spitting bars on there, bro. I don't know what you chatting about.
Oh man, all right.
Like, what you mean? What you mean? All that shit makes sense, and you understand
They
what he's saying.
do. No,
Clear
it's
as day.
cool. It's smooth. It's a
Yeah,
smooth
it's better
groove.
than a lot of other songs that's out here, bro.
Most
What you mean?
definitely it
Lyric
is.
wise,
Man,
just because
he's
it's
Whether
not
you
catchy
like
don't
it,
don't
trash on
whether
don't
you
there at
like it
don't
or
just
all.
sleep
not,
on it because
it
it's
was the
catchy,
number
bro.
one. Whether you like it or not, it was the number
Like
one record in the country. You
Oh
understand?
yeah, that's
that
all
joint,
fine
that
and
joint
And
say,
it's
dandy.
yo,
We
chart
see
bro,
and
that's
chart and
again.
chart. Like we got to pay homage at some
you
point,
gotta,
whether we
yeah,
like
bro.
it or not.
You can't just
That's
say like,
not
The
that's
man
look,
had
bro.
the
I'm
You
not
number
gotta
one
pay.
hating on the
record.
Look,
song,
hold on,
brother.
hold
I'm
on,
just
Right.
hold
telling
on.
you
Look, you gotta
facts.
give credit. You gotta give credit where it's due. Jello did
But
an amazing
But
roll off.
Pope is a rapper, right? And
He did.
Pope,
Hold on, hold on.
you get in the studio, you know how it is trying to push out music and getting fanfare behind it. It's very, very and extremely difficult. So I mean, you know
No,
what I'm
no,
saying?
hell
And this
no,
is what I'm
no.
saying.
First of all,
The
not when
rollout
you're
was
already
fire.
famous. That don't make
He
sense
went
what
on
you
a
just.
streaming platform.
Liangelo Ball is not
He
a
went on a
person that's
streaming
coming from
platform where already
nowhere.
was streaming, like
He's already internationally known, sir. So
globally known.
if he do anything, he can go outside with his dogs and post it on the internet. It probably get 1,000,000 views. So don't act like
But
he's your
but
average
but
Joe who just
but Pope,
dropped
on,
on this.
on the contrary, but Pope, on the
That's the
contrary,
point, bro. That's the point.
Jello has
Because
made
now,
music before and it didn't pop like this. This is not his first time in the studio.
exactly my point. This
But
is what
no,
I've been saying
he
the
made
whole
a
time.
song that everybody. He made a
No,
song
it's
that
because
people
it's the
rocking with.
timing, bro. You gotta
So
understand
long
the
as you do
timing.
that,
Bro, we
it
just
only
went through
take
a
one
whole year
time
of
for it to
no real
hit.
music. The last year, only song y'all people gonna really tell me about was the Kendrick shit, bro. Like it was nothing
What you
really like,
mean?
oh
Kendrick dropping many songs. What are you talking
no,
about?
I'm talking about exactly like that's the only real music you heard all year. That was really like,
That's
you
not
know what I'm
true
saying?
neither.
Nah,
No, it's not true.
my opinion, I'm on the East Coast, bro. So I'm just saying, like, this is what I'm saying. Y'all
Okay.
West Coast, I know y'all got y'all bumping all day, but I'm letting you know
I
real
listen
shit.
to
We
all
not bumping that
music,
out
man.
here,
I
bro.
listen to all
We not
good
even
music.
bumping Kendrick out here to keep it 100 with you.
Yeah,
Like it's
Kendrick
not
is
that it.
destroying the airwaves, right?
Now I feel you.
He the
That's your
king of the shit.
airwaves. That's your airwaves on your side. But that shit ain't really getting
That's on
spins
my
over here, bro.
side. Man,
Whatever
are
side
you kidding me? That's on my side.
on the West
You
Coast,
sound
right? You on the West
ridiculous,
Coast too?
man. He the number one artist on the planet right now. You talking about on my side on the planet, sir?
Nah, I got you,
Yeah,
but
not
I'm
on
just
my
telling you how
side. Nah, man.
like the
So look,
streets or
see,
whatever,
you one of them
whatever that,
type. You
right?
one of them type. See, you
One of them
don't like
types
it
how?
when the evidence is in your face. You don't
Evidence of
want to
what?
admit
About
it.
what? In
But bro,
regards
the
to what?
West Coast is stomping shit, bro. Just admit it.
That's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
Okay.
Everybody have they run. That's cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
of course.
Y'all have a
And
run right
look,
now
you
because real
think
nigga shit. Like
tight.
we got, bro. I always, bro. First of all, listen. I listen to reggae music. Like let's not even do this.
But you
Like
a
I'm
Liangelo
reggae.
Ball fan.
I'm
That's
into
on.
hip. You said what?
This is where Liangelo Ball gonna have to separate itself.
Okay.
Is
This is what I've been
you a
saying. This is
West
what I
Coast
said from the
nigga or not?
beginning.
And he
That's why I
is.
say you
So he
jump
gonna
on the
separate
wave.
himself. Trust me, he
You
is.
jump on the wave. You
He's
jump on
so
the wave.
West Coast. He's so LA, so
Yes.
everything. IE,
Yes.
he got IE and LA. You don't know nothing about IE, but he got
Yes, I do.
IE and
What you
LA
mean?
in
I
him.
was chilling in San Bernardino. What you mean? I know
Okay,
what y'all
okay.
Oh
got.
shit, Pope! Oh shit, he got you right there, Pope. He got you right there.
That's the only
But
city he
but
know. That's the only city
he
he
said I was
know.
chilling in San Bernardino. But that's one of the most ratchet cities in California.
Like
San
this is what I'm
Bernardino.
saying, bro. Like
County in
they
the
just be chatting
country. How
sometimes,
about
In
bro.
that?
the
That's the
yeah, in the country,
biggest
yeah, that's
Right.
biggest country
in the
Right. They just be
country.
chatting.
So he didn't
yeah.
say nothing
Right.
like don't nobody know about
Really
San
global
Bernardino.
too. First of
but
all,
he
global too.
mentioned the IE though. You gotta give him that one, Pope. But Pope, what
That's
you
all.
failed to
But you
Man,
just
mention?
think
give
I'm
him
out
that.
here don't know
Okay,
what I'm
look, hold
talking
on a
about.
second, Billy. Pope, what you failed to mention that he got the OC as well. You forgot the OC,
He got the who?
Liangelo.
County.
He got the OC, Orange County.
No, he got the West Coast as long as he represent right. If he
But that's what
represent right,
look, but bro,
everybody
this is
gonna
what I'm
back
trying
him.
to
You
tell
already
you.
know how we do.
But bro,
That's
and this
why
is what I'm trying to tell
he
you,
gonna have to separate himself
I
from
feel like
what he is in this rap shit. If you're gonna do rap shit, see now you because rappers we're territorial. So it's about where you from. A lot of what you talk about is about where you was raised. So
all right, look,
how does that hit? So he gonna have to separate himself doing
can I
shit.
And
ask
then
you
once
that?
them girls start making their ass to that song, you ain't gotta say where
Give me
you
a
from.
second, Dex. Give me 1 second.
Oh
Let me explain
shit,
this to him.
crazy.
Let me get back to you with that one, right? Like how you said, right? That's the same thing that Wayne went through when he was in the South, right? But you know who burst him? Them same niggas from Harlem. So you see, I look at it like this: Jello got the advantage right now. If you don't know, the hardest song in Harlem right now is that Harlem song from Jim Jones. That's singing
Yeah, nigga, that song is
Harlem.
fire.
That shit is the
He probably never
heat
heard it
knock,
before.
right?
You ever heard that before,
So
Pope?
Is that live?
No, sir.
Yeah, they're not gonna hear New York. That's a local New York track too.
No,
That's not going
I hear
worldwide.
anything. I
That's
hear
going to New
anything
York.
that I want
So
to
Jim
hear.
Jones, but this is what I'm saying. Jim Jones got
Jim
that
I
Jones
song.
is a
like about
cornball.
I do
Listen,
like ball.
cornball.
I mean, that's a
Wait a
historic
minute. I
song.
want to
You
say
just
something.
got
I
you
want to
just
say
got
something.
but
Hold on,
bro,
y'all. I
you
gotta
just
make an
gotta understand
announcement as we
Oh yeah,
got
everybody
you
is
turn on
people
that.
in
If
chat.
you can watch it, you listen
Hold
to
on, wait a minute. Before we continue, I want to let everybody know we are on the YouTube airways. So let's respect the guideline rules. We got to stay in the green, ladies and gentlemen. It's Flight Sports TV.
Shout out
all
to
right.
Flight.
But what I was saying, yeah, shout out to Flight.
Oh, wait a
But I
minute.
was saying,
We got coffee to the world in the building. Pay homage. It's Flight Sports.
Coffee in the building too. Shout out to Coffee, Chicago in the house. But bro, what I was saying real quick though, right? I was saying like he got the advantage right now because where Jim Jones got this song out right with Harlem that's killing the wave, right? Like he just had Future Little Baby out here doing the video in Harlem and all that, right? And then he got with Jello with somewhat beefing with Cam and Mace. If he and Cam and Mace beefing with Jim,
you put on
if
YouTube. Where is that?
Jello was
I
to
see
do
those.
that
I
and
see those
bridge that
comments.
gap and get on that and let Jim get on that song with him, and you know that would go crazy in itself, and that would start a whole new wave. And that's how, like, you know what I'm saying, like you say, bridge the gap and step out where you don't got to make it an East Coast West Coast thing, where you could just be a West Coast nigga that's making music out
I
here.
don't think Liangelo want to get into any beefs and controversies and stuff like that. I think he just want to rock out until he get on the court.
Yeah,
And
but I feel like
let me say this. Let me say this. Shout out to everybody. Flight Sports TV is hot. It's crazy. Is the Pope still on here?
Yes, indeed.
What's up, my brother?
What's going on, Cough?
But you know I had to come at you, right?
Oh man,
Now look. Now check it out. Respectfully, if
Okay.
it's different times now than it was back then when it was East Coast, West Coast. It's a different mindset, and Jello Ball is a whole different type of entity. And when you think about his overseas play, his overseas character, like Pope, I hear what you saying. With man, you think they gonna stand on this? They gonna stand on that? Jello don't even need Los Angeles to stand on him. Not period.
Oh my.
Now, listen, bro. Listen, bro. Listen, bro.
agree, though.
Listen. Just
I
listen to
agree,
me,
though.
Pope. Pope, listen
I
to me.
agree.
Pope, listen, Joe. It's not like Kendrick Lamar. It ain't. It's a whole different situation. Because Jello ain't looked at as a beef type of dude. He wasn't recognized as a rapper. He just got recognized as that, even though he's been rapping for a long time. Now you take that in consideration, take his brothers balling, take if you like it or not, that's a smash, and that ain't even a coldest song. If you looked at the resume and the portfolio, Jello got songs crazy about his brother.
Yeah.
And what's his name debuted it? I think what's his name? AB the Hero was talking about it, and he got smashes. I'm talking about smashes that you just gonna ascend to like easy. So if they come down to East Coast, West Coast, they ain't involving Jello like that. He ain't got to have a rep like Ice Cube. He ain't got to have none of that because it's a different mindset. We talking about 2025 opposed to back then. That's like what 30-some years ago.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
we ain't
That's what I'm saying. We don't got to bring that back in that energy.
exactly. And then on top of that, his international play. This man is an international superstar.
Yo.
Like this shit
And
about to
then-
be
and then
number
remember
one.
who he
Like
got on
number
his
one.
side.
You living in a time,
got on
dog.
his waist.
Hold on. Check me out now. You living in a time where you can go viral just winning the damn lottery. And it ain't got to be worth no $1 billion. It could be worth goddamn you won $20 million. You go viral that if you are nobody. You're talking about a song that they playing in the NFL on commercials all over the place, and it ain't been out there in a week. You're talking about Jello Ball with his father is a historical landmark. He dropped this shit and told everybody what it was. Niggas was hating because they were talking about basketball. This shit bigger than basketball. This man got he got the business he got the mindset to influence youngsters. And he did all this type of business overnight. You remember when Eminem dropped that bullshit song? My name is Slim Shady. That wasn't shit. That was a cornball song, and it blew crazy. And then he hit it with that real shit, and Eminem went crazy, right? Well, in this logic, you don't have to be in the East Coast, West Coast. And ain't no such thing as in the middle. He's LaMelo Ball. They recognize him as who he is, as the artist that he is, and as the ball player that he is. So that's why I'm saying it's different, my brother. Like, I feel you what you're saying, and niggas be jumping on that side. But it ain't like that now, dog. Niggas don't even stand on business like that no more. In 2025, anything goes, dog. You can go viral just getting down. Go ahead.
Okay, I appreciate the pushback. I appreciate the bars you just spit because you were spitting some bars.
Appreciate that.
No doubt. So my pushback on that is on the West we different. We different type of individuals. And when it comes to this type of it, right now I'm reading the room, and the reading the room in hip hop is not none of that. Kendrick just smashed that Drake type of music. He just smashed it. Now you got to bring bars back now. And if you notice, if you read the room, that none of that bibbity bot, that shit ain't really flying like that. Liangelo, yes, he an iconic international star. But if you don't in rap, it's different in rap, man. Rap is some rap people, rap fans, hip hop fans that don't watch no basketball or know nothing about that. So if you get introduced to rap, especially in the streets of LA and California, you're gonna have to be right about how you do things and how you move, especially in this time right now. Because I think some East Coast cats gonna come back and pop their shit, and then I think it's gonna go down. I think that's how 2025 hip hop is about to be. This is just my look on and my take on that. It's no, it's nothing factual, but the way I'm reading the room is Kendrick ain't about to stop. He just getting started. And if somebody jump out the closet with that tough talk over there, it's gonna become like that. And if Jello signed with Def Jam, who that's East Coast over there, and he got East Coast niggas on his whatever that is, he's going from the West. Going, where is you from?
Look, I disagree with you, Pope. Pope, I gotta respectfully disagree with you, Pope. I gotta respectfully disagree. Respectfully disagree. You know why, Pope? Because that sucker shit that Drake was doing, he was doing sucker shit. So he called for that. He asked for that. He asked for that. He set himself up for that. And he threw it like an alley-oop to Kendrick Lamar. Even after 2 days, he like, where you at, Kendrick? You at Kendrick on that BS? And Kendrick gave him what he was looking for. Liangelo is not like that. When you say all this bippity bop shit, look, it ain't bippity bop when you got that shit playing in the NFL Super Bowl. It ain't bippity bop when it's commercial all over the place. It ain't bippity bop when they say, look, Liangelo, we want you to perform the damn Super Bowl, because it's all what the world want. They give the people what they give the world what the people want. And the people right now is Liangelo. He hot, whether you like it or not. I mean, screaming hot. All that other shit, fighting shit, all that, dog. These niggas wasn't rapping like they was rapping, before Kendrick Lamar. If you think about it, remember Big L? Hold on. Remember Big L from New York? The lyrics he had, Big L?
For sure.
I mean, he was dropping bars, all that. Niggas wasn't coming like that. There's a lot of niggas coming out with a lot of bibbity bop shit. And look, that Nelly shit was some bibbity bop shit. He blew up to the fucking moon.
Now,
so it's a lot of hold on, Pope. It's a lot of bibbity bop shit blew up to the moon. But you think about, you name me 5 motherfucking niggas that could fuck with L Boogie on some lyrical shit. And she ain't dropped since Miseducation. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, Lauryn Hill, okay.
Yeah, she wicked. You name me 5 niggas that can get with this motherfucker, and they cannot. So it's certain motherfuckers like Kendrick Lamar, certain motherfuckers that got lyrics that, like Airbnb, Rakim, these type of motherfuckers, them classic. That's like a dozen of motherfuckers. Other than that, rapping is rapping, and there's no different type of operationally defined, how you operationally define rap, because every genre is different. Every generation is different. And can't nobody say this or that. Because back in the day, it was like to the hip, to the bobby, to the hip, hip, to the top of the rock. All that shit was hidden. You know what I'm saying? And none of that shit was lyrics. It was like we was flowing on some rhythm shit. So when you talk about, hold up, bro, hold on. I'm gonna give it to you. When you talk about Liangelo, dog, you talking about a 1 in a million type situation where when his father said what it was with his brothers. His father said this shit before this shit even came out. You know it's true when you saw him playing AU basketball in grammar school, going against high school motherfuckers. But see, people just think it's just basketball. Your mindset can't be loose like that, and you can't have tunnel vision. Because Zoe cold too. And from the looks of it, and from what I heard, they say Melo got lyrics. But Zoe was the first one dropped that shit. When they had that, when little bro had them shoes, Zoe dropped shit about that. Little brother the Prince, I'm the Don, all that other shit. Dog, look, Zoe got lyrics, but you talking about Liangelo, everything's hits different, and there's no such thing as, oh, if you ain't no lyricist, you ain't no cold rapper. No, rapping is rapping. However, how you gonna flow, spit this shit.
You gotta see how the follow-ups go. You ever heard of one-hit wonders?
See,
absolutely. Look, that's just my baby daddy. And look,
I think we getting ahead of our skis.
But he's not a one-hit wonder, though, Joe. If you saw last week when he dropped that song Tweaker, Lonzo in the Bulls room dropped a whole nother song, and motherfuckers went crazy. And when I heard that song, that was better than Tweaker. Tweaker was some shit just to get you in. But the world went crazy over Tweaker. When he dropped the rest of that shit,
what I was saying.
Hey, Pope, for a second, what if everybody wrong about Liangelo and he not a one-hit wonder? He a 2-hit wonder, a 4-hit wonder, a 12-hit wonder, a 20-hit wonder. Then what?
He from the West. I hope he represents.
Look, that don't mean shit.
That's
Look,
that definitely mean everything.
Hey, Pope, I got family. Pope, I got family. I got family in the West.
Man.
Hold up, Pope. Let me tell you something. I got family in the West. Born and raised in California, out there by Studio City, all that shit. Then I got my man Corey Holcomb, been in fucking LA for 30-some years. This shit ain't flaming like it was no more. Matter of fact, LA down there burnt the fuck down. They burned up. They didn't get a chance of beef. The whole damn country, fucking damn state gonna burn up. Y'all gotta worry about putting out them fires. You ain't got time to beef with nobody. You gotta put out them fucking fires. You know what I'm saying? On some real shit. Hey, Pope, if you don't be careful, hey, Pope,
man, we ain't worried about it.
Hey, Pope, if you don't be careful, Pope, if you don't be careful, RIP to the people that. Hey, Pope, if you don't be careful, RIP to the people that went through shit in California, because we want to pray to those people that lost their shit. But they setting fires. The government setting fires down there in California, and the wind blowing them crazy. So they ain't got time to beat. Liangelo is an inspiration to what's happening right now. He what LA need and the East Coast need right now, because people going down.
This is what I'm saying. Then look, Def Jam signed them. Why none of the West Coast labels jumped?
So y'all be bumping that wall.
Like, but that's what I mean.
Like, what you mean? Look, hey, Pope, you don't have to want to bump it. You 1 in a million motherfuckers, just like you a minute type of situation. These motherfuckers bumping that shit, and it's climbing the charts. It's gonna be number 1. It's going crazy. You ain't got to bump it.
Hold on, everybody. Let me address Belize real quick. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. Hold your pride real quick. Belize, there was a bidding war for Liangelo. He took the best deal available. Yeah. He took the best deal available because they gave him all the rights to his music and everything. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, guys. Y'all been bumping for a minute. And then not only that, Belize, not only the bidding war, he got the biggest distributor in all of music, UMG.
Exactly.
And he keep his masters. And he keep his masters. And he keep his masters. And he's still gonna play ball. That's what's gonna shock y'all. He's still gonna play ball.
Exactly. I was gonna get at all of that in a second.
He's still gonna play ball.
I was gonna get all that in a second, Kofi. But bro, that's what I was gonna say, bro. Like overall, right, with him dropping this song within the last 2 weeks, right? He struck with the iron is hot. He didn't even have to say, you know what, I'm gonna put out 2 songs, put out 3 songs to get them now. I'm gonna get 1 song out, get the deal done, and then after that, go crazy. Because now he has the label. He don't even need any. Like that's why you need. He don't need West Coast. He don't need nothing. At the end of the day, the bag is already secured. It's kind of like a Bronny in a Bronny situation. Bronny came to the Lakers, got his jersey sold out. Lakers made all that money. Bro, it's all good. It's a win-win on the business side, bro. So at the end of the day,
and it's bigger than basketball. It's bigger than basketball. You got the mindset to influence people, generations, young people. It's bigger than sports. That's what I'm saying. We in Chicago, and we bumping it. And on top of all that, he's still gonna play basketball because basketball is a business. It's all about how many ass you can put in them seats. The man, number one, and he can hoop. Ain't like you can just take the ball from him. The man can hoop.
He showed he could put people in the seats when he was in the G League. You know,
So
y'all been listening to the tweaker, right? Y'all ain't notice how he got it Cameron off the top?
Look, that's good shit.
He ain't gonna be in the battle shit. He said y'all keep running your mouth. What do you say? What that boy? Oh, he on him off the top. What are you talking about?
Look, I like that, Pope. Look, listen to you, Pope. Pope, listen what you look. Look, yeah, look. I like that. You're right, but look, Pope, Pope. Look how you acknowledge that line. Look, hey, Pope. Look how you acknowledge that bar right there. You just asked a question earlier. Y'all bumping Tweaker? You bumping that line? What you just bumping right there?
Right now, while y'all was bumping your gums, I had put my shit on mute and I went to the shit. Because
it's hard. Look, it's hard, right? That motherfucker hard. Hey, Pope, we bumping it all in Chicago.
Pope, crazy right now.
Pope, the shit go crazy. Hey, Pope, the shit go super crazy. We bumping it all in Chicago, and Chicago don't take to nobody's shit unless you pop it. And we love. I'm telling you, dog. They don't just love Liangelo. They don't just love Lonzo because he's the ball player or Melo because he's the ball player. They love Liangelo because he's a ball player, but he got that juice now because he don't spit that shit on this rap game. That man done did some shit that ain't nobody never did in history. Think about that. You just can't run up on that motherfucker and take the ball from him. He can hoop for real. And his brothers got pub and they got that leverage. He playing in the NBA and he gonna bump that shit and it's gonna be better than what Master P did when he tried to try for
J. Cole. Y'all just skipping right over J. Cole. Like J.
Cole can't fuck with Liangelo. You know,
but J. Cole was number one hit and he played professional basketball.
Yeah. You're right. Well, he tried to try out for the what's her name, but he went to St. John's. But Liangelo wasn't the ball players for real. He was bred like that. He wanted to ball player for real. And the son, that's why Cameron them got to shut their damn trap. You speak too soon. You don't know what's going on. Everything people thinking about right now, they don't answer those questions already. They're in the lab, they're in the studio. They don't answer those questions already.
I only said I came back in this because y'all was saying he not gonna be in the mix of the shits. And it sounded like off the top. He came in. What he say? I don't want to play it because I don't want my boy to.
That's because Cameron came at him on some bullshit. Leandro said nothing to that man. First, at the end of the day, you still a man. So you come at me, I'm gonna come at you right back. They ain't got to do no East Coast, West Coast shit. That's some individual business. That's
Jello is all the way. He with all the shits.
No. Look, Jello been with the shits though, Pope. Jello been with the shits. Hey, Pope, when you saw they attack Melo across seas, Pope, when you saw Melo had that fight across seas, Jello was with the shits then. It don't matter what it is. It's the individual thing, but Cameron came at him individually. I didn't say nothing to that man. That man came out his body and said something to me. I ain't said nothing to Buddy. So for that, you said your bullshit, and I'm coming as a man right back to you. Not at the East Coast, not at the West Coast. I'm coming at you dead direct. You address me direct, I'm gonna address you direct. That's a man at the end of the day.
Okay, again, hold on. Let me land this plane. Because y'all still going over your heads like a carry on. And they take a lot of flights, so you understand what I'm talking about. Listen, man. We different on the West Coast.
No, you're not.
Wait. Let me plan it. That includes the Ball brothers. That includes all of them. Lonzo, LaMelo, Liangelo. They is West Coast niggas, man. They LA niggas, man. They grandma, grandpa, they from South Central, man.
What's your point? What's your point?
Hold on. I say all of that to say, hold on, let me finish. Because I'm telling you like this, what I'm saying is, what's happening in the rap game and Liangelo coming into the rap game, what's happening right now, it's going to take place where, the boy said it's too much West Coast D this and all of that. And now 3 niggas then shot off from the West Coast back at the East. And somebody is going to respond to that. from the
Okay,
East
so
Coast.
check this out. Check this out, Pope. Okay, hey, Pope. Hey, Pope. What if they don't? Now you look at the other side.
No,
Pope, Pope, did you look at the other side, Pope? What if they don't? Because you keep on saying that, you keep on saying we different from the West Coast, and I keep on telling you our family born and raised in the West Coast. All that shit don't mean nothing now. That was something then. It's 2025.
I'm from there. I don't care.
Look.
From there. What you mean it's different? One thing about the West Coast, LA, especially LA, we don't do too much changing. We don't do.
Look, hey Pope, it sound good. It sound good, but it's like that motherfucker said. We don't believe you. You need more people. It's 2025 now. I ain't saw shit popping on the West Coast. They ain't doing shit, not nothing. The same niggas talking the same shit, and that's what's the name? They used to be with the gang. What's the nigga with the regular face? Him.
D-Lo from Detroit.
The same niggas talking the same shit on the West Coast, dog. Ain't nobody else on the West Coast talking shit, but the same niggas.
I'm not trying to glorify no violence, my brother.
Yeah, don't do it then. Don't do it. Don't do it. Hey, Pope, you contradicting yourself.
What you're saying is because that's wrong. Because listen, look how many dudes, which is God rest their souls and shout out to their families. But look how many rappers already just lost their lives in the last few years fucking around over there.
Because look what they be on, dog. Look, when you be on that, when you be on that gangster shit, look,
what are you talking about?
I'm about to tell you what we talking about. When you be on that gangster shit, hey, Pope, I'm about to tell you what we talking about. When you be on that fake gangster shit, then that's the kind of energy you put out there. That's the kind of energy you're gonna get back. That's the kind of energy you're gonna get back. You out there on some gangster shit. Look, Pope, hold up, Pope. Pope, no, Pope. If y'all out there, if you out there on the West Coast on fake, look, I don't give a fuck if it's West Coast. Hey, look, hey, Pope, check it out. I don't give a fuck if it's West Coast, East Coast, Midwest, whoever. If you put out energy on some gangster shit, then you gotta stand on that shit. They're coming at you. And that ain't what Liangelo putting out. That ain't what he putting out. That ain't the type of energy he putting out, Pope. That ain't the type of energy he putting out.
Let me tell you something real quick.
No, you didn't land the first plane. The first plane raggedy. You didn't land the first plane. That motherfucker plane raggedy. You didn't land that one.
Big U, right? Because Big U wanted to charge.
I know Big U. I was with Big U two months and a half ago out there in LA.
One mic. Big U had hit Big U and what's the boy? DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled, Nipsey Hussle did a video in the 60s, and Big U wanted Nipsey to tag scene. Right, and like, you know, he got to get taxed to come over here and be in the hood and all of that type of shit, have protection. And Nipsey didn't want to tax him, and so they had got into it because of that. That was a real issue.
I heard that they say he was part of setting. He was a part of setting Nipsey up. They said that. That's what they say.
My whole point is, still to this day, niggas like DJ Khaled got to check in, nigga. It don't matter who
so
you
that's
is.
it. Look, that's it.
We don't like that in fake gangsters.
Hey, Pope, that's that big situation. Hey, Pope. Pope, that's that situation. I know Big U personally. I met him through Corey. He was down there, love Corey, all that shit. But that's that situation. Hold up, Pope. That's that situation. Liangelo ain't got shit to do with that. And then when you put that type of energy out there, East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, you on some gangster shit, and you got to stand on that. They coming at you on that. If you don't put the type of energy out there, they ain't doing that.
And he don't got Jello don't got to check in LA.
He ain't got to check in no damn well. Nowhere.
He has to be right over your head. Matter of fact, Jello got to check in. That's what it means.
No, but I'm saying you keep. But what I think it is, Pope. What I think it is, you live in an old mindset, bro. You ain't looking at 2025. Like the biggest gangsters come from Chicago. Chicago is the original gangster.
It's gonna be a war of guns.
Chicago is the original. No, it's not. No, it's not. Look, Pope. No, it's not. And then Pope, even if you think you're right, Pope, Pope, it ain't coming like that with Liangelo because he don't put that type of energy out there. If you put that type of energy out there, you don't get served back.
Listening to his lyrics?
Of course, I listen. Look. Cam came at him though. Hey, Pope, Cam came at him first. Cam kicked off that bullshit. He didn't say nothing to Buddy. He didn't say nothing to Buddy.
And Joey Badass.
And look, and Cam ain't never had no number one hit. You know that? Pope, did you know that? Cam ain't never had no number one hit ever in life. Ever number one. Ever in life. And he been rapping longer. And look how Tweaker ain't been nothing but a week. And he 5 spots from number one. Right now, shit's still growing. And he's just gonna get bigger and better because of who he is and all that fucking adversity he went through. Adversity sell, bro. When you go through adversity, people want to see you win. When you go through shit in life, people want to see you win. And all this shit they've been talking about, Liangelo, his father did nothing but upkeep and put the family on a platform that people couldn't recognize because your minds wasn't there yet. People's minds was still on some Dr. Seuss book shit. You got to elevate, dog. And that's what he did. And he elevated and he fucked everybody up. And Cam looking stupid right now. And Cam trying to retract and back his words. Matter of fact, they interviewed Cam. He said, I didn't say Jello couldn't rap. I said he couldn't hoop. No, motherfucker, he can hoop too. He'll bone your ass in hooping, and he about to get you on your rapping shit, the career that you do at your own shit, because you ain't never been number one. So we got to look at this shit, though. We got to say, look, back then it was gang. Look, bro, hey, Pope, back then it was gangsters. Right now, 2025, it's sucker shit going on now. It's too much sucker shit going on.
Man, it's not even about that. You see, again, y'all keep missing my point.
You ain't saying no point, though, Pope. You ain't got no point. You just talking in a circle, bro. You said you're talking in a circle, bro. You ain't saying shit because you don't want to accept it. You don't want to accept it. It's hard for you. Pope, it's not because you ain't saying shit. Because you ain't saying shit. You ain't saying shit. You ain't saying shit. You're talking in circles. You sound like one of them brawls talking. That's what the brawls do, dog. That's what brawls do. Brawls do sucker shit. Because if you on some real shit and you from there, you're gonna support Liangelo. If you on some real brotherly hood shit, you're gonna support Liangelo because you're like, man, you know what? That brother doing it. All that beef in East Coast, West Coast. If that happens, that happens. Wait till it happens though. Don't say if. It ain't happened yet.
It's already happening. What are you talking about?
Look, it ain't like it was when the Tupac and Notorious Big was going at it. It wasn't like that. Niggas been talking back and forth.
It's beginning right now.
No, it ain't. I don't even think it's never gonna even get like that, dog. That's individual shit.
You don't think that?
Okay, listen, gentlemen.
They gonna respond.
Listen,
that's individual shit, though.
Hold on, everybody, please. You guys are not the only two people in the world right now.
I know I'm the only one person in the world, the only one.
You got Belize still here. You got Flight, myself. I mean, let's spread the wealth a little bit. I mean, it is a stream now. It's not an individual battle.
Say something.
We can't.
We're not here to
y'all saying something now? You saying something now?
Listen, Coffee, we trying to respect you and Pope to get y'all point across, but y'all taking personal shots.
Hey, look at that. Hey, I ain't taking no personal shots. When you got that type of energy, look.
Let's just get information out.
We ain't take no personal.
All we want to do is get information out.
I love Pope. I love Pope. I love Pope. Ain't no personal shots. I love Pope.
Coffee. Let me dress you down for a little bit. Sometimes when people disagree with you, Coffee, you get a little, personal, and you shouldn't do that.
That's why I'm Coffee to the world. I don't get personal. I just get aggressive. And if you can't take my aggression, you're on feminine shit. If you can't take my aggression, you're on feminine shit. And I don't fuck with feminine. I don't fuck with feminine energy.
Coffee, I know what aggression is.
It's like that. So you don't take my aggression on feminine shit.
Don't piss on me and tell me it's raining, Coffee. That's more than aggression.
If I piss on you, tell you it's raining. If I piss on you, tell you it's raining, you must be a brawl. Because I don't piss on niggas. I don't piss on bitches.
Nah, he on the line.
All right, man, let's get back to
y'all know who y'all talking to. Y'all must have forgot. Don't forget now. It's still
we ain't forgot who we talking to. We not forgot who we talking to.
I'm trying to edit this shit for the channel. I'm trying to edit this shit. I think this shit to a whole nother unedited a whole nother.
Listen, all we want from you and Pope, when you and Pope engage, we love it. We love when you and Pope engage. It's exciting. But we want information, not emotions.
But another thing, guys, you gotta sit back and let people talk, man. You just can't go on and on. You gotta pass the rock. We all gonna speak. We're trying to get our points across, and we're trying to come to a common ground here. There's a lot of breaking news with the Ball family right now, so we gotta pass the rotation.
What's up with LaMelo?
Yes, let's get into LaMelo. We can get into that. LaMelo is right now. The Charlotte Hornets is just a thing of misery. What the hell is going on with LaMelo, y'all? What's
first,
up with LaMelo?
I want to start by saying,
you got it.
I just want to start by saying with LaMelo, bro, my man is up like 1.5 million on the voting right now.
Talk your shit, please.
Like, I just want to let y'all know, like, my man is up higher than Luka, higher than Steph.
Everybody.
Like, the only person he's under right now is Shea. So, like, let that be known, like, you know what I mean? So, even though records or whatever.
Okay, why is that? Wait, Belize. Why is that? Why do you think that's the case right now?
Because, like, to be honest with you, LaMelo is not, like, must-see TV. And he's the face of the league. And it's been that way.
That's a fact.
It's been that way. And the two teams that, and I've been screaming this from the whole time, The two teams that passed him is definitely regretting it. Like, I'm
Facts.
not trying to say Anthony Edwards is not a solid player, but you trying to tell me they would have never broke up that cat relationship in Minnesota if he had LaMelo there with him, or
Facts.
the Warriors would have never broke up that dynasty that they would have rebuilt on with Wiggins and Jordan Clarkson. I mean, not Jordan Clarkson. Jordan
Belize,
Poole.
I'm sorry.
Jordan
Belize,
Poole.
I'm sorry. I got to play devil's advocate now, my brother.
Go ahead.
They won a championship
So look.
in spite of not drafting LaMelo.
Look. Let me just finish cooking right there. Len. If you want to just stop me right there, let me just cook on this topic alone, right? First of all, with LaMelo coming here would have never moved the needle at all for them to not win that championship. They would have won the championship and probably would have won back to back.
Come on, talk your shit, Belize. Talk your shit.
Now listen to this like this, right?
Talk your shit.
Attention to it, right? They traded D'Lo for Wiggins that year, right? So at the end of the day, if LaMelo was on that team, they didn't need D'Lo anyway. So with LaMelo being there, that would have been a backup for Curry with Clay coming back.
Talk your shit,
Belize. Let him cook. Talk your shit, Belize.
Everything would have been fine, and they would have had someone right now. What they're look what they're looking for now. They need a guard. They need somebody to back up behind Curry. That's why they went out and got your boy from Philly. Like LaMelo would have been the perfect person for him to play behind. But then
Belize,
again,
talk your shit, Belize.
That goes back again until your coaching. Where they just not, Luke Walton, punk ass ain't want him there because he dropped the ball with Lonzo. So
talk your shit, Belize. Talk your shit, Belize.
And then it goes back to Chicago because that's where he really was going to go. He was going to get drafted Chicago number 4. But Jordan punk ass wanted to jump in there and say he wanted to get the trade or whatever the trade bullshit was. And he didn't even want to play LaMelo.
Cook their ass, Belize. Cook him.
Now that LaMelo re-signed and everything like that, you see Jordan ran up out of Charlotte because
say it again. Say it for the people in the back. Say it again for the people in the back.
Bro. Bro, don't get me started with LaMelo, bro. Come on,
Get started, bro. Talk your shit. You cooking.
Come on, bro. You know how we do.
And you said there's something platinum. You said they would have won back-to-back championships. I believe you, Belize.
Now, Belize. Put on your GM hat.
I'm out of here. I love y'all, Joe. I'm out of here, Joe.
Okay, you, Coffee. Peace out, bro.
Yo.
Much success.
Yeah.
So, Belize, put on your GM hat. You draft LaMelo, right? And
wait. Hold on. You said put on my GM hat, right? Which GM am I? Am I Minnesota or am I the Warriors?
No, you Charlotte. No, hell no, you Charlotte.
Oh, I'm Charlotte. Oh,
you got him. You got him now, right? Everything fell in your lap. So, how do you wait to see what LaMelo do his rookie season to try to fix the Hornets, or do you automatically go into go mode?
All right, so I'm gonna be honest with you, right? The way how the season was playing out, I'm not gonna just be out here and just talk crazy. So the way how the season playing out, remember we was coming off of the COVID season. It was a rush season, right? He didn't get to practice with them and all that. So let's keep all that into account. It was a short season. It was normally 82 games, but it was only 72 games. It was a rush season. I get all of that, right? And with all of that, he still became Rookie of the Year. So with that being said, right, when that happened, right, if they played it out the way he played it out, cool, right? If he didn't start, whatever. But after the Rookie of the Year, if I'm the GM at that point, after I seen that, and now he came into practice with his brother, and I'm seeing that his brother is cooking, where to the point where we already had brothers on our team. We had the brothers on our team, and we got rid of one of them because we just seen these brothers cook, right?
Okay, who are these brothers they had?
They had the Martin brothers.
There you go.
Right? They had the Martin brothers, and they cooked them, right? And then they ended up splitting them up, right? And then on top of that, so we seen all of that happen in real time, right? And then we could say Lonzo was supposed to come, but they didn't want to give Lonzo the money, so that's why he didn't come, and that's why if that's the case, whatever the case may be, still, Jello was going to play with his brother that second season for sure, and we would have seen what happened. But even if they didn't go with it, like they didn't play him, but LaMelo still became an all-star his second season. So with the third season, you cannot tell me that he didn't deserve to have his brother at least play with him at least that one season because he was already on the G League team. So for all of those reasons why they dropped the ball management wise. So if Melo decides to want to leave after this season, he has all right, in my opinion.
Do you think he's contemplating leaving, or you think he's comfortable in Charlotte?
I feel like LaMelo wants to win. So I feel like if a deal is in play for him to go in the right situation, he will. But I don't feel like he's too necessarily rushing because he's chilling. Like he still got his friends over there. I think he don't want to just give up on Brandon Miller just yet because Brandon Miller rookie season he wasn't there for him. So now it's like now we got this we could play together now. So let's at least try to see what we can do here. But I don't see him giving it his all like his whole contract like for the next 4 years or whatever the contract is. I don't see that being the case unless they really put a team together behind him.
Now, with this new iteration of Charlotte Hornets ownership beliefs, I noticed they have put a lot of emphasis on Brandon Miller to come to the surface and be recognized. And I also noticed, despite the stellar play of LaMelo, it seems to me, maybe I'm just biased, but it seems to me some of the Hornets players are trying to outshine LaMelo.
Like Trey Man, yeah, respectfully. Like so I feel like in my opinion again when it comes to that, that goes all back to the organization not really saying LaMelo's our guy. And I feel like they just don't want to give him the keys because it will just go into the narrative that the father was right and it will go into the narrative of that like we fucked up. We fucked up but like they put Gordon Hayward, they put Cherry they really was putting a lot of players before this man and they wasn't prioritizing him and that's what really messed them up. And I really feel like they should have jumped on it. They had an opportunity, I believe, to get KD, and they didn't jump on it. Like it was, I feel like
Okay,
it was
we're
nothing
not
to
going to
each other.
talk about the old regime. Just scratch the old regime out of
All
memory.
right, so
We're
moving
talking about
forward.
this new iteration. Yeah, the new iteration of the new regime.
So what? All
Do
right,
do
so
you get a sense that Lamelo is still on the fence of being the guy, or maybe move on from him?
yes, I feel like, and I feel like they're, I feel like that's the case because I feel they have reinsurance with Brandon Miller in their mind. They feel like Brandon Miller's like less flashy. He's probably going to be more of a your scholar type player. Like he could just do a little bit of what he needs to do. He's not going to be as flashy. He's not going to be making the turnovers, getting the foul trouble, being in the headlines. So for those reasons, why I feel like they just feel like he's more the safer pick. So I could see them potentially even making a move on Lamelo, and because they feel like they secure with Brandon Miller. So I feel like I could see them making a trade for Lamelo, like trading Lamelo and going to and staying to a rebuild. Like I wouldn't be like if like maybe like I don't want to say Cooper Flag is their guy, so I wouldn't go that route. But maybe like they'll probably see somebody in one of these drafts maybe the next 2 years and be like, oh yeah, that's the guy we want to go for, and we're gonna put Lamelo in a good situation, and we're just gonna tank it out. I could see something like that
So,
happening.
so who do you think would be a good suitor for Charlotte if there ever was a real serious consideration of trading Lamelo?
Well, um, everybody would probably run to say Orlando. You know what I mean, and just get like a Cole Anthony or Jalen Suggs and probably put something together like that. And you could probably just kind of put him with Banchero and have them try to do something out there in Orlando. I see something like that, that would probably look cool. But I wouldn't. I would really want to go with like what the father said. Like I always want to probably see him in the Clipper uniform. To be honest, I think the
And
Clippers
you
might be a Clipper uniform would
and
be nice.
before we Pope, are you still here, Pope? Is your mic hot?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, hold on just 1 second, folks. I really want to pick your brain as well. Um, Now, this is a hot seat question, Belize. I'm going to put you in the hot seat.
All
Now,
right, good.
have it ever crossed your mind that the Charlotte Hornets is playing games with the fan base when it comes to winning? That they really don't want to pay that 260, and they really want to justify starting all over again and bringing a new sense of hope with the new group or crop of players.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, and that's the thing. So like, it was like, man, like we really don't want to pay him, but we kind of had to because of the situation we was in, we kind of just got that, that bill stuck on us. But so if we could find a way to get rid of him, but it got to be worth it though. So it would just have he will have to be setting up going to a team where they could get something back that's nice. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't say like if they was to package a deal maybe with him and Miles Bridges to Detroit, because that, you know what I mean, something like that. And they could justify it. Like
Wait. You said him and Miles Bridges to Detroit?
I'm saying, like, just to
They got Cade
justify.
Cunningham, but they're going to switch out Cade Cunningham?
Yeah, that like something like that. Like in their mind, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of something.
I don't know about that.
I'm just talking out the ass on that one, but I'm just saying, like, I don't really know a team like unless like there was to go. You know what? Actually, like a team like Brooklyn would be nice for LaMelo, for him to start fresh in Brooklyn, because now if they could justify it by like taking on that Ben Simmons contract or something like that, like, you know what I'm saying, and they just want to start fresh and kind of like make it seem like they want to tank. But for that, they will go into, you know what I mean, a nice phase, and then the Rock Nation Connect at Brooklyn will all work in, what the Ball brothers got going on. Pumas
Gotcha.
in New York, stuff like that.
Oh, do you think LaMelo should stay or go?
If I'm the GM over there, that's what I wanted to ask y'all. Do they got a first round pick this year? Didn't they give their first round pick away to somebody?
Talking about like San Antonio? I don't think so.
I think they swapped first round picks.
I think they still have their first round pick.
Yeah, I think they swapped though. If I'm
maybe it's probably protected, because I don't think Charlotte's going to just get, because they know they're going to be in the dungeon, so they're not just going to give no unprotected first round pick.
Because that old Cooper
Let's
Flag.
safely say they have their first round pick.
They don't have it?
They do. Let's say they do, because their record's so horrible.
We tanking for Cooper Flag for sure.
So you like Cooper, huh? What you like about Cooper?
What is there not to like about? Have you watched them play? Have you watched games?
I only watched 2 games of Cooper Flag, and one of the games they lost to Kentucky, and I think the other game they lost to North Carolina. Because other than that, I don't watch Duke unless they play somebody really good.
They only lost 2 games in total. So I guess
those are the 2.
I would have to check that out. That's what they lost to, but
I think North Carolina and Kentucky.
Yeah, you don't know. If you don't know Cooper Flag, hell yeah, 6'10", 6'11", he do everything. What do you mean? He can do everything. His jump shot, except for the 3, it's good. His form is beautiful. So it's been getting better ever since, he didn't have that a few years ago. He used to didn't shoot no threes like that. He's all mid-range or dunking on your face. Now he extended his game out to where he hitting down. I think last game when he dropped 40 points, he went like 4 for 4 from 3. So
you convinced on Cooper now. You convinced on planting the flag, right?
I listen. I named Cooper Flag the if LaMelo Ball didn't get injured, which he hasn't been. He has, but he hasn't been. Whatever. But they're gonna be the face of the league. Cooper Flag is an all-around player. And see what he even did to the USA team when he was scrimmaging against them. He was getting buckets, smacking shit off the backboard. He real physical. He real to the point. He's a old school player too. He don't play around. It's not all about shimmy, dribble, tweens. He gets straight to the point, get to his spot, pull up mid ranges, go to the hole, finish through contact, hit the jump shots, play tremendous defense, can guard 1 through 5, literally. That's another people don't even speak on that. He can guard 1 through 5. He's a high level defense.
Cooper Flag can guard 1 through 5?
1 through 5. Correct. He's fast as hell. He moves
now, I was going to say, do you think that Cooper Flag presence on the Charlotte Hornets would be a seamless fit with LaMelo and Brandon Miller?
Of course, because he's an old school player. LaMelo will have a ball plan. He's an unselfish player. Yeah, what? Not only did he have 40 points that game, he damn near had 10 assists. He averaging like 5, 6 assists. He moves the ball. He passes the ball, get rid of the ball immediately, like how the Ball brothers play. That's why you got to watch them play. That's why I'm like, damn, you ain't watch Cooper Flag. Cooper Flag do everything on the court. He get rebounds, steals, blocks, points. He do it all from the free throw line. The
I
game he
catch him
had.
in March Madness. I really catch him in March Madness though, because
Yeah,
I will be.
you'll catch him. You'll catch him because he getting warmed up again. He just like that. What he just did was broke an ACC freshman record.
Yeah, foreign record.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's you know
I
how
just know
many
that.
you know how many top players came out of the ACC.
Yeah, but a
So
lot of times the ACC they really did like have like besides Joe Smith, you know what I mean? They didn't really have like their star player just scoring just with reckless abandon. You know what I mean? Most of the ACC back then, as we grew up, was systematic.
well, that their Duke is too. Duke has never been let you reckless abandon. So don't see what you. That's what I mean. You got to watch the game. He didn't. Everything was within the flow of the team, and everybody
Well, I don't
executed.
think Kyrie played under no systematic system.
Yeah, he did too. He just balled out in his role, his system. Yeah, Coach K don't let you play outside. They all play college, but man, once again, you can watch that game. It's still up. You can go
Uh huh.
watch the game. Go watch the game. He dropped to 40. Slim says his IQ is high. It's very high. He get rid of he get rid of the ball like a ball brother. Like if he see you ahead. He not and as soon as he get the rebound, he see you ahead, he gonna flick it to you immediately. Like it's out of there. He not taking dribbles,
Gotcha.
dude
Okay.
dribble. He
So
dribble
you
with
Cooper Flag, your guy. You want to plant the flag. Now the other
been
question.
planting the flag on Cooper Flag, man.
Uh-huh.
Long time ago. They keep
Okay,
planting.
gotcha. But what I want to also ask you, have you noticed that some of the players with LaMelo right now, I mean, this current roster, seem to try to outplay LaMelo to some degree and even keep the ball away from him. I've even seen several games where the ball is going to the opposite side of LaMelo, and I know LaMelo is not out there as no decoy.
Well, no, I ain't seen that, man. I've been watching some games recently too. Well, no, I've really been watching this every time LaMelo been playing. I kind of been watching. I got him on record, so I've been seeing him running the show. He just don't have no when he go to the bench, they just a whole different they're a sad team. They're a sad team. You don't got no players. Brandon Miller not the answer. They're trying to force him to step up, to take some off of LaMelo, and or they I don't know. They allow it to happen because last night I was even watching versus Phoenix. I was watching my son and I'm like, when he went to the bench in foul trouble, the team they didn't run none of they was just everybody dribble was one-on-one basketball. He come back in immediately.
Thank you. That's what I wanted to hear from somebody. Yes.
Yeah, but yeah, they get into their sets and it was one pass, two pass, three pass, come off the screen, score. Woo, and they kept. I'm like, see, these niggas play totally different when the middle on the floor. They look like they know what they're doing. When he off the floor, don't nobody know what the hell they doing. So I'm like, maybe is they creeping for Cooper? Is they like, yeah, go sit down, man, get your numbers, go out there, shoot them one legged, do whatever you want to do, sir. And we're gonna try to let Miller highlight him to step up, which we know he can't carry the team. So we'll take you out, let him try to run the show, and we end up losing the league if we got one, or the league go up even more. We all
But
got
we
to come
know,
in.
but Pope, we know there's no guarantee that they will get the number one pick because it goes by percentage, not just by
Correct.
record.
Yeah, you want that percentage though if you the Hornets because ain't nobody coming to your shit in free agency. So if you're gonna build your team, you better build it through the draft. And if you got action, because you came as close to Victor Wemby, so you came very close to Victor shit having LaMelo Ball paired up with Victor Wemby. Maybe you might swing and hit this time. Shit, we seen the 76ers do it. They kept tanking for years. Even though I don't know they in Philly, they should have been able to sign free agents, but Hornets they ain't been able to sign free agents. So you see a cat like Cooper Flag coming in, and I've been seeing. I'm sure they've been seeing him because he's been on the waves for a long time, and then the way he following it up with his freshman year at Duke, and they top ranked. Not only is his numbers there, they win it. You know what I'm saying? This is without Coach K. So this is without Coach K era. If they do anything in March Madness and he look like anything, hell yeah, that's like, yeah, we better tank for Cooper Flag. They've been knowing that kid gonna go number one for like 3-4 years now, bro. They've been saying that shit like 3-4 years that Cooper Flag, when he come out, he number one off top. And
so you say he's the new Christian Laettner?
What'd you say? My bad, I didn't hear you.
I said, or you say he's the new Christian Laettner?
Nah, hell no. Ain't no Christian Laettner about him. You better go watch Cooper Flag.
No, I'm only asking you. I'm only asking you for the picture.
You can tell Christian Laettner was a system player. Cooper Flag is going. Okay. Cooper Flag. You can tell he can hold his own. Like the NBA is gonna open his game up even more. It's like a LaMelo, like a LaMelo Ball. Like it's certain players, and even a Kyrie Irving, who gonna get into the NBA. Allen Iverson. And the floor opened up. It's way bigger. Now it's man-to-man, so on and so forth. Everybody's switching off screens and shit like that. You're not facing zone defenses and all of that type of shit and full court presses no more. So now the floor is way open, spread up for you. And he's that type of player that's going to take crazy advantage of it because you switch on him and you a smaller defender. He got post game. He can get you off the dribble. He can pull up mid-range, like he really work on his game like crazy. So he got all that shit down pat already, like a professional has his shit down. So that's why they've been knowing this kid was gonna go number one, because he's had that since 15. Matter of fact, 15, 14 years old. Kid just turned 18 a couple weeks ago or a week ago. He been 17 all season.
Gotcha. Now, Pope, if Flight is still here. Do you guys find it disturbing to hear out of the mouth of Charlotte Hornets president of basketball operation and GM Jeff Peterson that they want to slow roll the Charlotte Hornets in stages? The way they roll them out, I think it's 8 stages of rollout. When you have a dynamic player like LaMelo Ball, and the people are feasting for LaMelo Ball to become a participant in the playoffs.
Man, I look, man. They better go give Lonzo stay on the uprise and sign him in free agency. Look like he ready to go with his brother. You tank it out, and if you ain't tanking because they just trash because they stanking. So they ain't tanking, they stanking, and they might plant their flag on the Cooper Flag. If they do that, that'll make their boy LaMelo Ball with a Cooper Flag and Lonzo Ball on the floor. Because they both gonna be able to play that defense that's gonna have LaMelo in their turn with a Mark Williams on the floor. Because you got Cooper who can play that 4. Get rid of fucking Miles Bridges and try to get a good 3. Go get you a real 3. Get rid of Miles Bridges, that tweener shit, because that's Cooper Flag. He can play the 3 and the 4. And if you want to do small ball, because he's 6'10", and he only 18, so he probably gonna grow to 6'11". He ain't done growing yet. And he already got a man body. So yeah, Yeah, you better tank for that. I pray that we land him. Boy, that'll be up. It gotta be up. I don't know what happened to everybody. I can't hear Dex if Dex is talking.
Oh, my bad. I had it on mute. Yeah. How do you feel that LaMelo Ball is trying to get himself in the upper echelon of the NBA competition with the players, not just guards, but the total package pause of the NBA. He wants to be in that top 5. So he'll be a first team all NBA. But at the same time, on the opposite end of the spectrum, the Charlotte Hornets is deliberately tanking.
Yeah, no, I mean, as long as it look, if you tank and you land a Cooper flag, it's over. They're gonna be playoff bound and going like immediately because I got Cooper flag as being one of them dudes. He like a Wemby, one of them trend. He one of them dudes. He not a regular degular. He natural.
So this is not one of your Mason. This is not one of your Mason Plumlee takes, is it?
Man, hell no. Go check out Cooper flag. Go check out Cooper flag.
You do remember your Mason Plumlee takes with LaMelo Ball.
Mason Plumlee was smooth. He was smooth.
Nah, he wasn't cool.
I didn't say he was no all-star. I just told you he
Nah, he was a flop. He was a flop.
He did a job. So
Mark Williams as soon as Mark Williams could score 10 points, they hurry up and traded his ass.
You go check out Cooper and you let me know. That's all I'm saying. I didn't watch all his games so far. Like I got it. That's another one I got on record. And that's another one that I
So you're gonna be doing the Cooper flag content? It's gonna be your male Caitlin Clark?
Yeah. That's what I've already did a video like that. You should go check it out. Where Caitlin Clark is gonna be the face of the WNBA and Cooper Flag gonna be the face of the NBA. And that's when LaMelo was hurt, but I said that too. I say if LaMelo is healthy for the majority of the season, he's gonna be the face of the NBA. And so he been healthy for the most part. I don't like that he did. I don't know. He was out for a while though. So, but hopefully he can continue to stay healthy and play like this because this is a given for him. That's one of the players you seen when he was a freshman. Like, oh yeah, he's something. He's gonna be special, and he just lived up to it. It's hard for people to live up to it, but you can see the talent when they Same thing you seen with Lonzo. You could tell immediately, oh, he transcendent. He different. That's why Matt is talking about you. One day your shit gonna be in the Raptors. Your shit gonna be better than mine. So on and so forth. With Jello, nobody ever thought Jello was gonna be nothing. Even as soon as they seen him, but except for what he did, and that's really what's so crazy in basketball. Because as soon as you see all of them, your first initial, okay, the youngest and the oldest, they special. The middle one, he's smooth, but he not like that. When it comes to basketball,
see, it's just disturbing to me that LaMelo Ball is going to sit back and sink into a dark place with the Charlotte Hornets as a team, not individually, because he's a beacon and a shining star. But from a team perspective, I mean, they're like a sunken ship. You know what I'm saying? And it's like a desolated area in the NBA, the Charlotte Hornets.
They're gonna get Cooper flag, man. I'm speaking into existence.
You really think so? Oh, you speaking into existence? Okay.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell a person like LaMelo who wants to ascend and be, to tank for another year.
No, it won't be another year. He coming out next year. He coming out this draft. He gonna be number 1 in this draft.
But that's if the Charlotte Hornets get the number 1 pick, and I don't know if they're gonna get the number 1 pick.
I mean, are they winning? When they have a good percentage?
I mean, look how many times the New York Knicks had the best percentage and never got it.
I mean, that's true, but at the same time, it's a lottery, sir. So we just gotta hope and pray, and maybe God might make favors for LaMelo since he know that.
Is there a backup plan, GM Pope? Is there a backup plan?
And look, there is no backup plan for sure. Either that or trade me. Either we land the number 1 pick and get Cooper flag, or get me the hell out of here.
Okay.
It's either that because nobody's coming over here. You got LaMelo who he has solidified himself. He has stamped himself as talent wise. Nobody in the league can really hold a candle to me. I can do everything. You feel me? And his defense is starting to step up a little bit better. And so
Yeah, that's impressive, right?
right, righteous. So with that being said, once he starts staying out of foul trouble and be able to play that defense and don't get in quick foul trouble to get him took off the floor, then he get a Cooper flag, man. I think the league will know that because right now the ratings is in the shits, man. Caitlin Clark is even fucking them up on ratings. So it's like the NBA is going downhill. They need some ratings. You're gonna have to put some type of excitement together. And shit, if I was if I'm running the NBA, I'm giving Charlotte just to see, okay, LaMelo is really crazy. If we put another star with him, that's gonna be crazy. And so hopefully they take it to where like they did for Spurs and gave them Wemby. Hopefully they make something happen for LaMelo since they see he the most exciting player in the NBA.
But see, one thing about the Spurs, one thing about the Spurs in the streets, look, shout out to the chat, you know what I mean? Y'all cracking, y'all got it popping. Whether you agree or disagree with Pope, put it up in there, you know what I'm saying? If you don't agree with Pope, let it be known in the chat. If you agree with him, just give him 100 on it. But one thing about the Spurs is that the Spurs was making moves. You know what I'm saying? They was trying to get players over there, and they was drafting pretty decent, and plus they constantly was trying to make moves. Uh, excuse me, every season. But the Charlotte Hornets, they're not the type of team to make moves. You know, even though the Spurs had a legacy of winning, during this time, the Lakers, because that was the Lakers' biggest nemesis, was getting past the Spurs. You get past the Spurs, you win a championship. But Charlotte doesn't have that kind of resume nor legacy. So them doing the Spurs a solid, it's expected. But why would they do Charlotte a solid? I mean, what the hell they done for the NBA? Oh,
No, because I don't even think it's about that. I think it's about who's your most exciting player. Who can be the real next face of the NBA? We're searching for the next face of the NBA. Edwards, he really took I want to say a backseat and put his own foot in his mouth. We're saying he talking shit about the legends. All that, you got to be knowledgeable of the game, which LaMelo is. You gotta really be a fan of this shit. You gotta know what's up. It's not just about. And Edwards rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, so he's not gonna be the face of the league. You got LeBron leaving here soon. You don't want to make a European the face of the league like a Luka, and damn near not even a Shea Gilchrist. And LaMelo is like that. He liked that to where everybody relate to him. They think he's funny, all this type of shit. He polarizing, yada yada. He got his personality popping. He got a sound family with his pops, moms, the whole get down the ball family, plus his own with his lady and his dogs. So he an interesting story. They actually want to. And then you got Cooper Flag, the Great White Hope. If you bring him in, now you get your ratings. You get shit popping. I think there'll be a show to watch, and I think they'll win. That's the only thing Melo missing. If
when you say win, you mean just be like playoff?
Yeah,
Is that what you mean? Or there would be no contenders, no flag.
Yeah, no. You're not gonna just win a championship first year with Cooper Flag, but yeah, winning for the Charlotte Hornets would definitely be getting to the playoffs, and to see LaMelo Ball and the Cooper Flag and the Hornets in the playoffs after so many years, and in a 7-game series, will LaMelo get to play a 7-game series? Are you kidding me? That'd damn near be like a Caitlin Clark. That's what you gotta understand. Cooper Flag is going to end up being, he's going to have a hell of a fan base himself. So when they come in, people who might not be paying no attention
come
to
up, Stacey. Hit that link, Stacey, and come up.
People who might not be paying attention to LaMelo Ball, who been paying attention to Cooper Flag, they're going now. You got to understand that the dynamics of business for that. Now, I'm just like I'm saying, that's just how I'm looking at it. Now, they could be looking at it totally different. So on and so forth, so on. But if they're smart, if I'm the NBA commissioner and all that, I rig it for LaMelo Ball because he's the most exciting player in the NBA. And the NBA is on a downslide right now.
So do you feel if LaMelo Ball was to ever get on a winning squad, it'd be death for those who all had bad words for LaMelo?
I don't think a lot of people got bad. I don't ever hear no bad words for LaMelo.
Ooh, are you serious?
Yeah, no. Most
And they
most
out there.
most of
There's
the
a lot
stuff
of
I
negative
hear
pundits out
is
there.
he's special. Now
Now we
Lonzo,
recognize him,
Liangelo,
of
they're
course,
in there.
but there's
But I
people
don't
out
think
there that go ahead.
my bad. Let me cut you off. I don't really hear people don't really say bad shit about the Ball brothers or the Ball family. I don't really hear
Not like like really try to
it. Period.
desecrate them. But every now and then they take they pot belly shots, about leadership, about seriousness, about winning impact. They'll say little things like that, but they won't just give no full negative soliloquy on LaMelo or any of the Ball brothers that I know of. But
Because
they
most
will
people
take
know
their
the
shot.
Hornets are dumpster juice. They know what he did. They know what type of rut he in over there. They know don't nobody win over there in Charlotte. So yeah, I think it's a little bit excused because of that. And then on top of he's been hurt for the last 2 years for real. And so this year he's leaving no doubt that I'm him. They remember me. And so they're like, oh yeah, he's him. And so that's a wake up call to the NBA commissioner, to Adam Silver or whatever his name is. And okay, we got a real superstar. He always been a superstar, but now his numbers is up there with he's at the top. And so if we can he can get somebody or get him out of there to a place that's winning, that'll spark up an interest because nobody's interested in the NBA right now.
I think LaMelo's health has always been his Achilles heel to his ascension in the NBA legitimately. You know what I'm saying? We all know what he's about. But I'm talking about the casual, because that's who the NBA has to convince. They have to convince the casual. They don't have to convince the hardcore NBA fan because they're going to watch regardless of what crop coming in, because that is an interest in itself with new, young, and developing talent coming into the NBA and then watching them blossom right before your eyes. But for the casual, what's going to pique their interest? And I'm with you. I know LaMelo will pique their interest if the NBA will, try to capitalize off of LaMelo's charisma.
The
And
casual is Cooper Flag. That's what's gonna bring the casual fan to LaMelo as well. Because the casual fan knows Cooper Flag. They've been talking about him since he was 14, 15. And then he went to Duke. And if Duke do anything in March Madness, which I believe they are, I think they got a chance to win the whole shit. But if they do anything, they go to Final Four and Cooper Flag, because he is leading them. And that stamps everything that they've been talking about him all these years. So he's gonna be a high consensus, like highly anticipated. And he go to them and they're like, oh, LaMelo Ball, and they get on to LaMelo Ball. Now that's what brings the casual fan to LaMelo Ball. I think all of them know Cooper Flag yet.
Yeah. Stacy, if you can find the link, please get on because I want to hear what you have to say about the Cooper Flag rescue of the Charlotte Hornets being in the bottom tier of the Eastern Conference. Do you agree that Cooper Flag could reach down and bring Charlotte out of the murky mud of the NBA? Or Cooper Flag would just be another name attached on the Charlotte Hornets uniform that's not moving the needle to be a hard out in a playoff series. If you can, Stacey, I would love for you to get on because you got the numbers. So Pope is invested in Cooper Flag, right? I don't know what the hell I'm invested in. I just know Charlotte, the organization, is just they full of it. I mean, when
That
I
they
watch the
already know.
Charlotte
That's what I'm
Hornets
trying to tell you.
game, they full. I'm looking at this and I'm like, man, come on, man. Y'all, I mean, who in the hell run a 11-man rotation in the first quarter? You got 12
He
minutes to
backstage, he
get
said,
something going. And you're gonna
listen,
rotate 11 men in a 12-minute quarter and expect
You
you to
ready?
have good chemistry going into the second? Come on now. Salute to
What's
Stacy.
up, Dex? What's
Yes,
up,
sir, my
Dex?
brother.
What's up, Flight?
Yes, sir.
What's up,
We got Flight, we
panel?
got Pope, and we got Pope as well.
What's up, Pope? How you doing, man? Nice to meet you, bro.
all right, likewise.
All right. I like what y'all talking about right now. I know what it is. Everybody's anxious right now. We anxious like it's Christmas Eve because it is. It is Christmas Eve. Guess what? Charlotte ain't gonna just sit back. A lot of people think that Charlotte gonna sit back. They're not gonna sit back. The conversation's already coming on right now to the point where it was said that the Suns were trying to get Nick Richards. I said that's a good thing that they're trying. We're not gonna take nurture. We're not gonna take nobody's big contracts for nobody. Nobody on our team. Like, but that told me that there is a market for Nick Richards. Of course there is. He's got a really good contract, $5 million a year. He is a great offensive rebounder, defensive rebounder. When he want to be physical, he can be physical, but he doesn't want to be physical a lot of times. But we already know that we're not going to double up on him because he is due extension. I think in March we have to extend him by March, or we got to trade him now, which is going to happen because Musa actually outplayed him this year. Nick started off really good. He got hurt. Musa came in, and Musa was just amazing on them boards. Musa been amazing. A lot of people are also talking about. I heard y'all talking about Cooper Flag. A draft pick doesn't do anything for us right now. We're not in that market of drafting first like Ace Baileys or Coopers or Dylan Harpers or anything like that. We're not in that market. We're in the market to buy right now. And I'm talking about Zobal looks very attractive. Zobal is looking real good. That's why we keep on loading up these second round draft picks where we can trade for them. Also, everything I told y'all about the Zion situation. Y'all know my Western Conference team that I support are the Pelicans. I actually live in the Pelican market. I'm telling you every single thing that's been happening all year. Even down to the Pelicans, the Pelican supporters, even supporters of Zion, even saying let him go because he will never get his just due being at the Pelicans until they change David Griffin, until they change Willie Green, which is what we know is the case. And they act like the front office of the Pelicans act like narcissists. They know they've been having a war with Zion this whole time. Zion wasn't hurt this year, and I told y'all that before. And now it shows. I don't know if y'all seen Zion. Zion is in great shape. Zion look like a 6'6" Bo Jackson right now. He's in a great shape, bro. He looked like a basketball player right now. Meaning like his body and like 0% body fat, all that junk. He looked like all of that. And he's still bouncing. He came on the court bouncing. The first game, they got him on a minute restriction for no reason. There's nothing wrong with him. He wasn't hurt. The suspension was false. He said some things to the media. That's why they suspended him. And instead of talking about him being late, because if my star player be late, I'm holding the whole bus for him. I'm holding the plane for him. I ain't getting that up. And they say Zion was late before. Then you should have checked it in before it got to a problem. I'm pretty sure Lamar Jackson got checked from Harbaugh. I'm pretty sure Tom Brady got checked from Bill Belichick. We know he did from the get-go. But now it's a problem when y'all having a contract dispute and he wants to be traded out of there. So Charlotte Hornets fan, I know y'all been through a lot. I know we have been through a lot. Guess what? It's about to happen. It's time to load up those teams with the players we need. The reason why there's been 11-man rotation in the first quarter has been to show off what these guys could do. That's the reason why Melo was held out for some games. That's the reason.
Stacey, I got to play devil's advocate.
Hold on.
You know I
Yeah,
don't
hold
like to
on.
do
You
that.
always do. You always
But
do.
I
This.
want to
You always
stop
do.
just right
Hold
there.
on.
I'm gonna let you
Okay.
continue. You're gonna continue. I'm gonna let you run the floor with it. But hold on just 1 second. Stacey, how you gonna show what they got when they ain't got nothing to show?
Hey, see, the thing is, okay, on the answer that to you, Dex, is the answer to that is, and it look bad when the Melo's not around them. It does look bad. But the answer to that is so many people in this and salary cap hell that they gotta take Boston Meeses. They gotta take Nick Richardson. They gotta take on Cody Martins. They gotta take on what's his name? Josh Greens. Why? Because those are easy contracts. Those contracts, Cody making 8 million at 29 years old. That's a good contract. Nick Richards is a good contract for a role player. Boston Meese's contract. He's on a team friendly deal when he has a team option. That's the same thing as if he plays good, we're gonna keep him and give him another year, and he makes 7 million next year. But if he doesn't play good, we're gonna let him walk, and it doesn't count against our cap. And then you got like somebody like Nick Smith Jr., who's getting a lot of burn lately. We know that Nick Smith Jr. really ain't in our conversation. Greensboro is the #1 team in the G League right now, but he's not
Well,
on the
we don't give
he's
credit
not.
to that. I mean, look how many MVPs McClung won in the G League. Come on now, don't do that.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. No. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is he is, mind you, Nick Smith Jr. was the #1 player in high school coming out. I hope you know that. He was the #1 player in high school coming out in Arkansas. He was a 5-star.
Smith Jr.
Like,
Nick Smith Jr. Right,
yeah,
Arkansas.
yeah,
Okay, broke his leg or
yeah.
whatever. Came in with injury, but Nick Smith Jr. He's just a
He's
half
a
a shade
trader.
better than. He's a half a shade
He's a
better than. Say that again.
I say
Say
he's a
that again.
trade. He's a trade piece. He's a trade
Yeah,
piece,
he
bro.
got to get
He's a
out of
trade
there. I
piece.
mean, he need to take the Greyhound immediately and get up out of there. It's Nick Smith
No,
Jr.
he's not a bad player. Have you been watching Charlotte
Man,
lately? Have you
yeah,
been
I
watching
watched it.
Dex? Have you been? Okay, so you've
Let
been
me tell you,
seeing
look
Nick
what me
going
out.
off.
Wait, wait, let me tell you
Nick
on
has
Nick
never
Smith.
been a problem.
Nick
He
at
just
night.
never
Let
got
me see.
burned.
Who put me up on Nick? God darn it. Somebody used to come to the stream a lot. Was high on Nick Smith, right? Especially after the book night debacle. But anyway, somebody put me on Nick Smith Jr. I watched him, in the summer league. Watched him bounce back and forth to the G League, and then he finally get his niche last season due to injuries and stuff like that. Okay, he's cool on a team that's not going anywhere, right? And don't have anybody to highlight. But the Charlotte Hornets they're not going anywhere, but they still got two decent players they can highlight. And LaMelo leading the pack out of that, and Brandon Miller is holding on to his coattail. Nick Smith Jr. dribbles the ball almost just as much as 24-second BI. Where are you going to be successful at unless you the main attraction
Well, that ain't
on
our
the team?
problem. That ain't our problem. Where he's going to be successful at, that's up to him and whoever he goes. What I'm saying is he's a trade piece. If he looks, the whole, what I was just saying was this is why we've been running 11-man rotation, where they can be attractive to other people. So now you hear what I'm saying. So if he may not be a fit for us. We know he's not a fit for us. But he definitely could be a fit for somebody else who wants to deal with that. He's a trade piece to get the bigger star. Him being a part of a package. Why? Because he's in a rookie deal. He only going to make 2.5 million next year. And that's if you want to pay him that, because it's a team option with that too. Because the whole rookie contracts aren't guaranteed unless until you take on the third year of the team option of the contract. You understand? So what? The last time I talked to you guys, we had the guy in from SI on here, and he told us that we had a lot of people. And the same thing I said, we have a lot of cap space because instead of having big contracts like Terry Rozier is making 25 million and Gordon Hayward making 36 million, we have chopped that money down. We chopped that money down into pieces, and also we took on dang, I'll be forgetting his name. Poku. We took on Poku. We cut Poku. Poku dead cap spaces on our cap right now. We took on Reggie Jackson, and in that trade, we cut Reggie Jackson. His dead cap spaces on our cap right now. And there's another player who dead cap spaces on our cap. Once this year is over with, we got the most cap space in the whole NBA.
Yep. I agree.
You guys are right now.
Y'all the bully with the Bucks, right? But Stacey,
Yeah,
but all due
Charlotte
respect,
is the buyers right now. Charlotte is the buyers right now.
Okay, hold on 1 second, Stacey. You mentioned Zion. You have been a big advocate of bringing Zion to the Queen City. Now, Slim
Yeah.
Can Hoop says, why would the Hornets bring in Zion Williamson on a losing season?
Well, the thing is, get it started early because we're not out of the play-in, and check this out too. Even a play-in team could still get a lottery pick. You understand that, right? Like that's 20 teams. The play-in makes 20 teams making the playoffs. The lottery is 14. Four, like what is that? 6, whatever, somewhere like that. Some teams that's in the play-in will still get a lottery pick and they can move up higher in the draft. So don't be afraid of making the play-in. Don't be afraid of it. Charlotte fan base, do not be afraid of making the play-in because you can still get a lottery pick. My person is not even one of them. I like Andre Stojakovic. I like Andre Stojakovic from Cal. I like the kid from South Carolina. What's the 3-letter name? I like him. I can't think of his name right now. He can really hoop. He's a real good big man. I also like
I
Queen
don't even
from Maryland.
know. I've been that deep in college this season.
Yeah, I have to watch it, bro. I watch basketball 24/7, bro. Like on my phones, I got all the apps, ESPN apps, everything. I watch it
And
24/7.
that's why we give you a voice, Stacey. This is why we give you a voice.
Yeah,
So you can express yourself.
I can even tell you. I even tell you what's going on in the NBL. I can tell you what's going on in the EuroLeague. In fact, I just missed the EuroLeague game. Yeah, if I'm up late, I'm gonna watch an Australian basketball game. I and then the Shanghai Knights in China, they don't want me every game because they got Kenny Lofton Jr. over there. I don't know. I win games off just the China CBA league and all that stuff, bro. Yeah, true handicapper here. But long story short,
Are you telling me you're a basketball junkie?
no, I'm a sports junkie. I can tell you, I'm watching hockey right now. I'm watching hockey right now on one TV, and I'm watching the Heat and the Heat versus the Clippers, and the Lakers versus San Antonio on another TV.
Okay,
Yep.
okay, you doing the damn thing. What you got, a man cave?
True handicapper, bro. Yeah,
You
I got
got a man cave?
True handicapper here. Yeah, true story. Yeah, true handicapper, bro. Long story. But long story short, yeah, I'll be telling you I'm telling you I can't think of his name. He had a really good game Saturday. He took some boys. He took Auburn out on Saturday, man. South Carolina versus Auburn. He destroyed Auburn, bro. Auburn got the best big man in the country. He destroyed him. Boy play for South Carolina right now. But then Queen from Maryland is really good. He dropped 30 tonight. I watched that game, full game. He dropped 30 tonight. But long story short, I also like Malik from Duke. I wouldn't want Cooper Flag from Duke. I would want Malik. I would want him to back up Mark Williams. I would.
Okay.
That's who I. Yeah, that size, all of that stuff, man. Like everything about my like, I like. I like he's a bully. I like he's a thug. Like he the one. Like when Cooper Flag getting beat up out there, he gonna stand up for Cooper. He gonna take a check for Cooper, bro. And he could hoop. He gave the Olympic team problems over the summer. We played South Sudan, the Olympic team played South Sudan you know what I'm saying, a friendly game. You know what I'm saying, a practice scrimmage game. Our Olympic team problems, bro. He really did. But long story short, the way would make Zion. Why you pick up Zion? He definitely gonna win you games. His minutes on the court, he's not missing the layups that our guys are missing. His gravity opens up space for Melo. Melo's gravity opens up space for him. The truth is, the two of them are made for each other. What we don't get out of Miles Bridges, we definitely would get out of Zion. What Zion don't get out of his wings and his guards, he would definitely get out our wings and guards. So if it's a perfect fit, and he'll be back home. Zion is a guy who I heard Chief Barson say this the other day. Zion values fun more than he values business. I totally agree with him. To be a fan of both Pelicans and the Hornets, a supporter, I wouldn't say fan, a supporter of both Hornets and Pelicans, he does love fun, have fun more than he deserve, more than he loves business. He values fun more than he values business.
What
So
you think about that? As far as with the
yeah, go
Hornets,
ahead, Pope.
and because he didn't mention Cooper Flag, he mentioned someone else on Duke besides Cooper Flag.
By the way, Pope, I like Cooper Flag too. I think it fluctuates between him, um, Ace Bailey, and Harper. At one point in the season, Harper was number one. Then when I saw Ace Bailey a week or two ago, I saw him drop that 40, and I watched that whole game. I was like, yeah, he number one because he has a whole bag. His bag is better than Brandon Miller's bag, really is. And I saw it, and then I turned around and watched them again later that week, Rutgers that week, and I saw them play bad. Both of them played bad. They could not get through Purdue. They could not. They were supposed to break Purdue down, and they just couldn't make their shots. And then Saturday, Cooper Flag showed me a bag. He showed me everything. So I think it fluctuates between the three guys. Who's the best player in the draft? A team can't go wrong with them as long as you get the best fit out of them. So as of right now, Cooper Flag is number one. But it wasn't like that a week ago. You go ahead, Pope, or who else want to step up onto the mic? You probably blocked. You probably muted. Guys out there? I can't hear nobody.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm trying to figure out where Pope at.
He probably muted. Either way, yeah, you
Now,
Dex. We're
yeah.
running the
See
show.
the thing. Well, see the thing of it is, to me is that I I'm not concerned about no freaking draft. I mean, how many? I want to see LaMelo in the playoffs. I don't want to keep seeing LaMelo having to hold these players' hand and bringing them through another horrible season, waiting on them and watching them develop or not develop within the Charlotte Hornets scheme, and continue to see Charles Lee rotate 11 men in the first quarter, which is unheard of. I have never seen that unless
I agree
you're
with you, Dex.
coaching 5 and 6 year olds and everybody just have to play. And you just want to get the bad players out the way first in the first half so you don't have to play them so much in the second half. I'm quite sure Flight can relate to that because he coaches his son, so he sees that a lot. But you know, Maybe it's just me, Stacy. Maybe I'm just selfish.
No,
You know,
that's. I agree with you. I agree with you. I want him in there right now. His talent says right now. He is equivalent to Wembyama. He is. I said this over the summer. Like his value is equivalent to Wembyama, or maybe even more because he holds the ball more than Wembyama. You know what I mean? So how people are so high on Wembyama? Don't forget that was just Melo, and the reason why people are walking away from Melo is because, or walked away from Melo because it was because of recency bias. Melo been in our face for over 10 years. So the world get to the point where they're like, oh, okay, we seen it all, da, 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 and then forget how good he is. You know what I mean? And he's been on a losing team, a losing franchise for so long, and then not just any losing franchise, the Charlotte Hornets. He's been on with the Charlotte Hornets. So I'm with you with that, and I'm
and
also
Stacy,
I'm also with you about the 11 man rotation.
yeah,
I'm
it's
telling you,
disturbing. Stacy, I'm telling you, man, as a basketball purist, and then when you say you're a sports junkie, so I'm quite sure you can put yourself in a pocket as a basketball purist, or if not a purist, a serious pundit of the sport.
yeah,
It's
yeah, and I'm
mind-boggling and depressing to see someone demonstrate from the sidelines that kind of ineptitude, and where you're
and
gonna rotate 11 men, not 11 good men, but just 11 bodies just scrambling
it's
like
very
today.
frustrating. It's
Hey,
very,
what the
very
hell you doing?
frustrating, and
Why
it's
is he even
very.
out there? What is his
It's
chemistry with this player? I mean, come on, man. What are you baking out here, man?
hear me out real fast. Hear me out. That is very frustrating, and but the thing is, I have seen successful franchises like the Ravens, like the Braves, and those are my favorite football team, baseball team, and everything. You know what I mean? But and also Alabama Crimson Tide football from Alabama. But long story short, listen, I I understand it. Hornets fan base. I really understand everybody where they're coming from. 'Cause we lost games doing that stuff too. I'm telling you, it ends this week. If not this week, it ends by the end of the trade market. That's what's going on. They're rotating these guys for the exposure. They sat Melo longer than what we wanted him to set. Be set. They sat Brandon longer than what we wanted Brandon to be set. We also lost the in season tournament over that stuff. I'm telling you, it ends, y'all. It ends. I know what it is. I think from Jeff Peterson's standpoint was he wanted to be the biggest buyers in the whole trade market. So he had to put those guys out there. He wanted to be the biggest buyers to the point that if he can get whoever he wants, we're giving up whoever he wants. There's teams that want to trade people off, but their players haven't even played. We don't even know what they cap hits are way higher than any of our guys. And they trying to trade this person, but you just bench nurtured. We don't want DeAndre Ayton. We know he's sorry. That's teams that got high cap hits, and these guys not even getting minutes. And then they superstars are trash. I'm telling you, by the end of this month, end of this trade market, the biggest buyers will be Charlotte Hornets, OKC, San Antonio Spurs. Everybody else, they're gonna get the scraps. There's gonna be a lot of sellers, but we should be in that realm of the biggest buyers. We can be able to flip our team better than
Man, you're
anybody else
preaching
in
to
the
the
NBA.
choir, Stacy. My goodness, you're preaching to the choir. This is what is so mind-boggling about the Charlotte Hornets organization, despite the turnover in the regime. It's almost like they spinning the wheels and they're spinning the fans and just going in a circle 360. There's no 180. It's a 360.
I feel like that ends. I feel like that all of that ends. I think trading away Gordon Hayward and trading away Terry Rozier And mind you, we traded away the money. We didn't trade away our superstar. We didn't trade away our future. That's trading Brandon Miller. That's trading Mark Williams. That's trading LaMelo Ball. We didn't trade away that. We traded away our old baggage. Even I learned this when I was coming up. My parents being pastors and everything. They told me like when they left, the encampment. When children of Israel left the encampment and wanted to go into the promised land, they had to leave the old people. Everybody who remember Egypt, they had to leave them. First of all, they was going to go and fight giants. Second of all, they didn't want all that bad drama that them old people had kept up the whole time with Moses and Aaron. Sometimes you got to do that. You got to cut off that old baggage. It's the same thing with New Orleans Pelicans. They got to fire everybody in the front office, even to the point where Miss Benson may need to sell the team. But that has started with the Hornets already. New front office, new owner. It's not the same trail. We got rid of Gordon. Miles can go too. He's been a good, good citizen, but he ain't a good citizen to the system. He's not hitting his shots. He don't play defense. Like, all that old bad baggage. Gordon Hayward, Terry Rozier, front office people, all of them go. Only people that need to stay that's been around is the two commentators, Dale Curry and old boy. They real good too. I love our commentators. I really do. Yeah, the only people that need to stay around and stick around is them. Everybody else can go. And it's gonna be a future because I see
the commentator Dale Collins. I think that's his name, Dale Curry and Dale Collins.
Man, he's real good. Everybody else can go. Everybody else can go. Like honestly, the whole regime is turning. I really see Charlotte being the best small market team. I really see Charlotte being the new OKC. That's why he's a good trade partner. That's why we traded with Presley last year. That's why we did that. He helped us rebuild our whole team by giving us Trey Man and renting Gordon Hayward off of us. The Heat, we traded within. Or did we trade with? We traded Terry Rozier down to the Heat, right? Correct. Somebody let me know. We did trade Terry Rozier down to the Heat. How he got down to the Heat? Dex.
I think it was some picks. Yeah, it was a trade. He just didn't walk away.
Yeah,
but I think they got some.
So with that, they got him off our bag. They got him off our cap, and also with even with that, we traded with a division rival. We traded with a division rival.
That's how bad they wanted Terry's gun ass up out of there because he's a cold gunner.
Yeah. And that took between those two trades, that took over $58 million off our cap space. That took $58 million off. We really in the range of $75 million, somewhere in that range, from 58 to 75 million, $1 million we can play with. We can play with that.
So you're saying
we can get some.
So basically, what you're saying is
that Josh Green.
And shout out to William Godfrey, a long time no hear from. So what you're saying is that be patient another half a season, and
no, I'm saying no. I'm saying this is about to happen now. This is the 13th, the January 15th. Everybody's available.
2 days. That's 2 days now. 2 days from now, that's Wednesday. So you said Wednesday.
We should be. I'm telling you.
Is that
if we don't make a move, if we don't make, because I'm not in the front office. I'm not there. I don't have Jeff Peterson's phone number. You know
but are you hearing things though? Are you hearing things down there? Are you hearing footsteps in the dark?
No, I'm looking at the paper trail. I'm looking at the paper trail. I'm looking at the moves. I'm looking at the stuff they doing. And also being a Baltimore Raven fan and being around that franchise for so long, I'm able to see how teams make how the best movers make moves. You understand?
Mm.
Like that's how I feel with it. So that kind of helped me out in all aspects of looking at how a sports franchise should be ran, especially a small market sports franchise. But at the same
Now you
time, I'm
mentioned
not in that front office.
now, Stacy, during your dribble, you mentioned the OKC way,
Hmm.
right? The Sam Presley way,
Hmm.
which is a
Hmm.
good blueprint, right? It's a good blueprint
Right.
for a small market. Now,
Right.
also, what's the name out of a good blueprint? The boy up there in Milwaukee. He he
Well,
had
yeah.
he
Yeah.
had he has set a good blueprint as well. But I like
Yeah.
Sam Preston. I like that you did mention that. But
Yeah.
the one thing that I would love for you to elaborate a little bit on is the significance of OKC drafting well. So we can't rule that out
Yeah.
because by you
Yeah.
drafting well, you were able to secure, if anything go awry, multiple picks, right?
Right. Right. And the thing is, well, okay, see, they didn't just draft well; they drafted everybody. They took everything. They drafted everybody. When they got all those picks from Paul George and Russ and everybody, they drafted whatever they saw. And OKC was drafting players that they saw at 9 years old. If they were good at 9 and they were on their radar at 10 and 11 in middle school and all that stuff, they were going to draft them regardless. Not every OKC draft pick has hit. Poku was their draft pick. He didn't hit for them. Trey was on their team, but Trey was just stalled out because they had so many guards. You know what I mean? So they drafted everything they possibly could draft, and then they made it stick. And then the Chet pick was just what took it all the way over. They also are a front office that looks at everything. They look at everything. I'm talking about you getting players from Santa Clara, Santa Barbara. You know, they're not just saying we're going to stay in the ACC and pick players out of ACC. We're not going to just look at players in the SEC and get players out of SEC. They got wide ranges of things that they like. They take them all. The boy they got now, he's a two-way player. Oh man, I can't think of his name. He's like the number one defensive guard in the league right now. He's one of the
Get
best
a card?
rookies. But he's on. Yeah. He's the light skinned guy. He's from Belgium, but he played for Santa Barbara, I believe, or Santa Clara.
Well, some good
I
players
can't
came out
think
of
of it.
Santa Barbara. Brian Shaw came out of Santa Barbara. And Steve
Yeah,
Nash came
yeah,
out of Clarita.
yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, man, it's crazy. Like you looking at like they do all of that. They got a wide range of things that they like, and that's a good. If you ever look at their front office and compare it to every other team's front office, you're looking at a whole. They got people in their front office that look different. They young. They smart. They got two branches of their front office. This is the business side. This is the front office side of like just doing basketball operations. This is the business side and operate. They all look young. They all look smart. They diverse. They got black people in there. Swear to God, bro. Like real talk. They they one day y'all just gotta look at it. Go look at their front office, compare them to everybody else's front office. It's two different ball games.
Now, since you're
But yeah,
mentioning, we can segue a little bit to some paper pushing, as William Godfrey will refer to it. Uh, the Charlotte Hornets are still in transition, executive wise. So, do you
mhm.
think that might have some type of non-encroachment towards any big moves because of this?
Well, I think they do got to vet the guys that they got to get because they got to vet them because you don't want somebody who's gonna come in and disrespect Charles Lee and Jeff, because they still some young guys. You know what I'm saying? They only in their 30s, bro. I mean, Charles just turned 40. You know, I used to watch Charles at Bucknell, bro. Like real talk. When I was in high school, Charles Lee was the star player of Bucknell, yeah, and everything. But Jeff is only 34 years old. You don't want to bring in somebody who's going to disrespect him. So I do my best. I would advise them to vet the player they get. You can't bring in somebody who you can't bring in what's his name, and I'm not even dissing him. I'm not even dissing him. But you can't bring boy at the Heat right now. On the tip of my head right now. I can't even think his name right
Butler.
now. Butler, yeah, you can't bring in Butler. You can't bring in Butler, bro. You know what I mean? You gotta vet the person. Even with the Zion thing, you're looking at the contract more than you just looking at him, because like that contract is favorable to any team. Like he can get cut. He can get cut. His contract is not guaranteed. It's not. And that's the thing we gotta look at. Like a lot of that stuff has to be in place before you can make a trade for these people, these players, these athletes. You know what I mean?
And this
And
is the reason why, Stacy, if you can recall, my brother, is that Jackson and Lowry didn't even sniff a thread of a Charlotte Hornet uniform.
who that? Jackson
Reggie
and
Jackson,
Jackson.
Reggie Jackson
And
and
who else?
Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry.
We got Kyle. We got Kyle Lowry. We cut him too.
Yeah, remember
I didn't know
y'all?
that.
The Charlotte Hornets had got him, picked him up with that Rozier trade. He was part of that Rozier trade.
Oh, so did,
And,
and we cut him.
he ended up getting out on the buyout market.
See, that's not even intelligent, bro. Like even do that. You know what I mean? That age thing, and also is you're not what we're trying to do. I remember Chief Bartram was like, you know, do you want Torrey Craig? And I was like, no. Torrey Craig contract and his age does not fit what we're trying to do. In fact, you know what I'm saying, Cody is kind of hanging on by his Cody Martin kind of hanging on by his
chin. Yeah, right. The hairs on the chin.
Real talk. He just happened to be from Charlotte. He just happened to be from, you know what I mean, to grow up in the area. Who else? Who what's his name? Like some of them guys, we have to just be careful about who we get. We're trying to go young and trying to go favorable to a small market contract at the same time, and we're also trying to win. So at my brainstorming and everything, I'm bringing in nothing but those guys. Also bringing another French guy to be able to fit in with. I would take if an older guy want to come in, I would take Nicholas Batum, because I know Nicholas Batum would be able to be a good, to be a role model for what's it called. I'm just saying hypothetically.
I mean, I don't even
he'll be a role model.
Nicholas want to sniff the pavement of Charlotte. I don't think he want nothing to do with Charlotte. Period. He has to be the ultimate sport in desperation.
Well, he's actually winning over at the Clippers, and the Clippers the number one defense in the NBA right now.
Yep.
They the number one defense in the NBA.
You think you want to leave that? You think you want to leave the Inuit Dome to come to the Spectrum Center?
No. What I'm saying is hypothetically, if there was a guy here, I would. And that's the one reason I would bring him is for him to be there for Musa and be there for T-John. But T-John, they really kind of don't need that right now. They fit in well. They ain't really that homesick. You know what I mean? T-John and Musa being on the team together helps them out a lot, because if T-John was just here by himself, he would be even worse than what he is right now. But he's being straight right now. He's being good right now because him and Musa are the good.
Would you agree that Musa is waiting for Nick Richards to move on so he can grab that roster?
Yeah. Let me explain that real fast. So the moment Nick is traded, we're signing Musa. We're getting him a long-term contract. We can't let Musa walk. We can't let Musa. And it's not even going to be much. It's not even going to be that much money because, he hadn't really done much to have that much money. It's not like he's going to hit us for 10 million, 15, 20 million, something like that. No. We're talking about in the range of $4 million at the most, $3 to $4 million at the most off of each cap hit. Like, the moment we trade Nick Richards, Musa's the guy. You cannot take away that offensive rebounder, bro. That boy's a dog on the boards. His energy is crazy. And the same thing with T-John. People are dissing T-John. T-John ain't hitting shots right now. That is true. And he's going up soft to the cup. That's true. But T-John is a dog on defense. He is elite on defense. I'm telling you right now, if you pull it up off the advanced analytics of NBA right now, T-John Salon is where Giannis was when Giannis was a rookie, defensively and offensively, and he as of right now, he's better defensively than Jonathan Isaac, and we can see it on the tape when you watch the game.
In this kind of NBA, do you think that statistic is necessary? Those advanced analytics when it comes to defense?
Yeah.
Really put emphasis on defense.
Dex. I'm asking you this. We just played Kevin Durant twice. Did Kevin Durant score on T-John Salon? No. He guarded them 2 games in a row. They didn't score on him. T-John is amazing on defense. He's not getting credit for it because we won.
But Stacey, we know by watching the game, you have to put that in context. Yeah, they might not have scored on T-John, right, aka Terror Squad. They might not have scored on Terror Squad because maybe they found a mismatch during the time that he was on the court, and they popped in that.
No, T-John is a problem on defense, bro. He's a problem, bro. He flies back. He has his hands up the whole time. He's so fundamental with it. Those feet are sliding. The one thing where people are getting upset with T-John is he's not hitting his shots. Other than that, T-John can't come off the court. We can't even see him in Greensboro because he is our best defender half the time. We actually got a steal in T-John even though he's not hitting our shot. He's not hitting the shots because other teams don't have this on defense. The only other defensive player that's this good and out of the rookie class is Alexander Sarr. And they play 2 different positions. Yeah, I'm telling you, out of this whole class, T-John is out playing all the defenders. And in fact, he is top defender in the NBA in that conversation out of the forward position.
Okay. So you big on T-John on that side of the ball.
I'm impressed every time I see it, bro. I'm impressed every time I see it.
Now, when it comes to acquisition, right? I mean, everybody's fan of the 30 teams is looking for the big splash. What would be the Charlotte Hornet big splash at the trade deadline or before?
Ballverse, bro. The Ballverse.
Lonzo?
Zoe and Zion, bro. I already told you that. I'm not budging from that. I'm not budging from the Zoe, Zion, and a shooter. Probably Aaron Wiggins or something like that.
In a perfect utopian world, you're gonna get Zion and Lonzo in the same trade year. But unfortunately, we don't live in a perfect utopian world. Matter of fact, it's a dystopian world, and things are
Okay.
in utter chaos. So Lonzo would have to be, to me, I'm gonna be honest. He had to be bat shit out of his mind to leave Chicago and come down there to swim with the oysters and lobsters and
Hold on.
crabs.
Why bro. Have you ever played with your brother? Have you ever worked with your brother?
Not
I
this,
have, and it
not
was
this
like the
year.
greatest. Hey,
No, I'm saying not
it
this
was the
year.
greatest job I
I'm
ever
not.
had.
I
No,
know, but
no,
Stacy,
no.
not this year.
I don't agree with you. I don't agree with you about
See,
that, bro. I'm
at
gonna tell you
the
why.
February
I'm gonna
6th
tell you
trade
why.
deadline, Lonzo will
I'm gonna
be
tell
a
you why.
very high IQ processor if he stays in Scarlet and Black.
Nah, no. I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay,
I'm gonna
go
tell you
for it,
why.
Stacy.
We know the Bulls not trying to win. We know the Bulls are trying to start their rebuild, trying to start it. Not even, and they don't want to pay him. Lonzo can come down here and get whatever dime he wants, and hadn't played in 2 years. Why? Because his brother is running the team. Lonzo can have a 5-year contract with us because his brother runs the team. It's the same thing when Lamar Jackson got Odell Beckham, knowing Odell was not the Odell that was at the Giants and the Browns.
Okay, but
Because
LaMelo don't seem to be that.
Lamar wanted him, they got him.
I
Lamar wanted
understand that,
Zay
right?
Flowers, they got him. Lamar
Well, that's
wanted
different. Zay Flowers was drafted, so that's different.
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Lamar wanted Hollywood Brown, they got him.
Yeah.
Instead of DK Metcalf. But
But Stacy,
Lamar's
hold on,
the
Stacy,
thing
hold on.
is, listen, you hear me with this. I'm gonna tell you why. Why I'm saying Lamar and Zay Flowers, Lamar and Hollywood Brown, they both come from the same neighborhood Lamar grew up in. Majority of the Ravens right now are from Florida.
Yeah, they're
Because
Florida
Lamar's
team.
telling them. It's the same
Okay.
thing with his
No, no, but Stacy, hold on, Stacy. Now listen, I appreciate your passion, but in reality, do you think LaMelo have the same cachet with the Hornets that Lamar have with the Ravens, who have been in the playoffs, who have two and one unanimous MVP of the league? LaMelo, you think LaMelo had that much cachet to convince the executives of Charlotte to make certain moves? Do you think so, Stacy?
Tell you what, hold on, you there? Hold on, I don't know why I just did that. It
Did,
backed
did,
me
did you
up for
hear?
some reason.
Oh, did you hear me?
Okay, yeah, I'm here. I'm here now. I hear you
No,
now.
did you
Can you
hear what
hear
I
me?
said? Yeah, I hear you
Yeah,
clear.
I heard
But
what you
did you
said.
hear what I said?
Okay.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. The answer is yeah. I don't. It's not about the credentials that Lamar has. We just know Lamar is the star of that team, the quarterback of that team, and everything. LaMelo is the star of Charlotte. And when the last time Charlotte had anything like LaMelo, come on now. He leading in votes for All Star team. They don't. Charlotte doesn't have the same problems that New Orleans is having with getting fans in the seats. New Orleans don't have. Charlotte don't have those problems. You know, like merch flying off the racks like that. They don't have the same problems as a small market team because of LaMelo. That's why he was drafted in the first place, bro. That's
But at
why.
the same time, Lamar Jackson is a two-time MVP and
Yeah,
perennial playoff
that, that
attendee.
you being devil's advocate. You being devil's advocate. And you overthinking that. That's not. That has nothing to do with him having cachet. That has nothing to do
No?
with it. You
Well,
overthinking
okay,
that, bro.
convince me. Elaborate.
I just told you. I just told you. I just told the whole panel that yes, he does. He does. We not even in games when
With a
LaMelo
losing
ain't
team.
playing.
With a losing team. Stacey, with a
Yeah,
losing
that don't
team.
matter. That don't matter because
It don't matter.
you yeah, because the thing is we you kind of thinking like Lonzo, you kind of phrasing it like Lonzo won't help the team. Like Lonzo will be a star in his own right,
Not this
and we
season.
do need
Not this
another.
season.
He's playing really good, bro. Lonzo's playing
I
really good.
know.
White just
But
did it.
why would you think Lonzo will swap his place in Bulls land, Sea Red Nation, over down to Buzz City? Why would he
They
do
don't
that
want
when
to
they have
stand. I just told you. I just told you they don't even want to stand him. That's why they trade him for a second round draft pick. They don't want to stand him.
Wait. Who told you they don't want to extend him?
That's why they trading him. They would have extended him already.
So you saying Lonzo, not the Bulls, but you hearing it from the pundits and the analysts that
No,
said the Bulls
no,
was
no,
in serious
no.
consideration of trading Lonzo, and he's still not
Yeah,
trading. You understand what I'm saying?
everybody,
That didn't come from the
everybody,
Bulls. It didn't come from the Bulls front office.
everybody, everybody showed
It
that he's
didn't
been on
come
the
from the
trade block.
Bulls front office. It came from,
Okay, so you
but
telling me
that's
it
saying
didn't
it
come
didn't
from
come
the
from the
Bulls front
Bulls
office? You're right, Dick. It didn't come from the Bulls front office. You're right. It didn't come from the Bulls front office.
that's all I'm saying. I mean, I'm not saying that a reporter didn't always inside information, but the Bulls never openly or publicly attached themselves with trading Lonzo aggressively. They're aggressively seeking trade Lonzo.
Exit out and come back.
Don't you think Lonzo
Let me
been
exit.
gone by now?
No. Nobody's gonna get moved right. That whole like December 15th
Aggressive.
gave you
Remember the word aggressive.
like
That's that's the adjective, well, the adverb
no.
that should be pointed out. Aggressive. I never believed that in a minute, and I had debunked that on previous streams. That's somebody else saying that crap. Because if a team is engaged and aggressively sending you somewhere, soon as the opportunity presents itself, you're gone. You're out. So that's why the optimal word, aggressive, I didn't believe it. I didn't hear it. It wasn't part of his inner camp. Lonzo was still trying to dump off signed jerseys. So there was no signs pointing
Yeah,
at that
and
moment towards him
you
getting
also
the exit out of Chicago.
you also made up that whole thing that when he whispered in his brother's ear, he was saying, "No, I'm stay here," and da da da. Like that's not true. You
No, I didn't
see
make
you
that up. Remember, I said speculate. I used the word
speculating.
speculative. So that means
No,
this is from my own head.
no,
There's no inside info.
what, right. You speculated it, Dex, but that's not what you said. What you said
Yes,
was
I said
that
speculative.
you heard it through the grapevine. You heard it through some people, close sources to the situation. That's what you
Not
said.
on
You didn't
that.
say
Not the
speculate.
whisper. Not the whisper. You know what I
Okay,
said? I said
okay.
why.
Dex,
I said why.
Dex.
Listen. Hold on. I
Let me
said
cure you real
why.
fast. I'm listening. I'm listening, Dex. You got the floor.
Oh,
You got the floor. I'm
yeah.
listening.
I said, why did Lonzo put his jersey over his mouth to speak with LaMelo, who we speak with every day, right? And they spoke on camera, well, not on, I mean, on camera, but not like an interview. But the camera have, you know, a glance at them, and they were speaking without the jerseys. So I
But,
told him, say, that's what
but
I
to
was
be
saying.
honest,
So I said,
the AT.
no, I said, so speculative with something special that he went to LaMelo for him to put his jersey over his mouth, but all the other times he was caught on bullshit that he's trying to stir up controversy, or was it Lonzo said, "Don't worry, bro, I'm on my way"? But I said speculative though. I never said that it was anything concrete because I don't know. I wasn't on the floor.
You did, Jack.
So you probably
You
got
did.
now the
But
thing.
you
Now the
heard,
thing that
you heard.
now the thing that now the thing that I said that what I say that that's in the grapevine that I heard through the grapevine is that Lonzo is comfortable where he at, and he has no intentions of moving from Chicago because Chicago stayed with him during his darkest times. Now that I heard through the grapevine. You understand what I'm saying? Because I inquired. Remember, I said I inquired about Lonzo. Would he move? And from his camp, not from me, not from no pundits, not from no analyst, not from no commentator or content creator. From his camp, they basically said, "Why would he want to leave Chicago after all Chicago done for you?" That was the reply. So that's
So
the
and the
grapevine.
answer and the answer to this is yeah, they did treat him well. They have treated him well. The fan base really crazy about him. Um, but and I'll be watching when I watch all the Chicago games too. Um, but the truth is too, they haven't extended him either.
No, they
They
don't
haven't
have to.
extended.
They don't have to.
So so no, I bring that up. I bring that they haven't extended him, just like they haven't put him out there on the trade block aggressively traded to put him
Right,
out
because
there.
that's what people were saying, right, Stacey? Keep it
But
100.
they haven't aggressively tried to extend him either.
No, that's what I'm saying. So, okay, he's in purgatory. Now, that's the appropriate thing to do as a front office executive for the Bulls. You gotta survey Lonzo, right? You gotta hear every word to come out of his mouth. You gotta see his reaction on his podcast. You gotta see his reaction on the bench when he comes in and out of the game. You gotta see his reaction on the floor, which is very positive. Because you gotta make sure that this next investment in Lonzo is gonna be a sure shot. And you're not being deceived or played or manipulated. So I'm not mad at Arnautoras Kornistakovas, nor am I mad at Mark Eversley, because this is the right thing to do if you're a businessman. This is a really discerned um, assessment must be made when it comes to Lonzo. So you don't have to extend him. It's no rush because Lonzo already have in his heart, I want to show you my appreciation for you for standing by me in my darkest times when people was crashing out on me, saying that it was over, I'm done, I suck, I'm a bust, and I would never come back. But yet, you stuck to your vision, AK. Remember this, Stacy. The
I can't
original
believe he
vision.
moving. I can't believe he
Yeah,
moving like that. I can
but,
understand him being a great passer. He's always been a great passer, but he's
but,
moving.
but hold on one
Like
second. We're not even talking about his physicality. We're not even talking about his physiology. What we're talking about is acme vision for the Chicago Bulls when they purged Lonzo from, well, they illegally purged Lonzo. Let me put emphasis on that. They illegally purged Lonzo from the New Orleans Pelicans, and the NBA investigated and found them guilty, and it caused them some second round picks, right? For basically,
the Lakers did or who?
no, the Bulls. The Bulls got penalized for
Mm.
inappropriate behavior
I remember
when
that.
negotiating with Lonzo.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah. So that's how bad they want him. So that right there, Lonzo spoke out and said, I'm glad I'm with a team that finally wants me for me. And Lonzo also have enumerated on number of times that Chicago Bulls built the team around his skill set. Zach LaVine didn't deny it. DeMar DeRozan didn't deny it. Billy Donovan didn't deny it. Nor did Arturas Kornisakova deny it. None of them denied it when Lonzo spoke that on Trae Young podcast. This was on the Trae Young podcast. Nobody denied it. It was kind of shocking to hear, but nobody came out to debunk Lonzo for saying something that reprisal after being injured for 2.5 years. So this is the real, Stacey, this is the real vision of the Chicago Bulls front office, because they had Zach, they had Vooch, and then they picked up Lonzo, and then they picked up Caruso, and then they picked up DeMar. DeMar wasn't a part of their initial vision. He just was complementary to other teams who passed on DeMar. So they went and got him. But he wasn't a part of that initial vision for the Chicago Bulls front office. But Lonzo Ball was. And right now, Stacey, Lonzo Ball, Zach LaVine, Vucevic is still there. The main three. The only person that's gone out of that blockchain is Alex Caruso. So that's why I don't see him going anywhere, especially this season. I don't see it. I mean, anything can happen. It's the NBA. So anything can happen.
Well, what would happen is an alternate for the Lonzo and Zion trade thing is what will happen is see that goes down the road of getting De'Aaron Fox, see, and Sabonis. Even though I don't know they're not gonna be moved, I'm just saying the Hornets have the capital and cap space to get any superstars disgruntled or not disgruntled. The Hornets really can get Giannis if they wanted to. If Giannis was going to get moved, they have it like that. Okay, so you better want them to get Zion and Lonzo before they can do that. That's possible. I'm just letting you know. Because the way the NBA is set up now, the way the salary cap's is, the first apron, second apron, if you get over $188 million in cap space, you're gonna get penalized for it. If you get 178, you're gonna get penalized. You can't do a sign and trade from that point on, and you can't get mid-level exception contracts. And then if you at 188, they take away draft picks. A lot of these teams gonna have to lose a lot of players in these coming years. Y'all bet, like, honestly, Porzingis could come to the Hornets. I mean, I want you to actually think of it like
That's
that.
great.
I want you to understand.
I was complimenting you on the financial breakdown of the Charlotte Hornets future.
Oh, yeah, I don't shoot from the hip. I appreciate that, man. I really do. I wouldn't step onto a podcast or I wouldn't step onto any site to talk to anybody if I didn't have my information. I'm very detailed at what I do. I appreciate that, man. It's not easy. That's why I be forgetting names. I could be thinking about a person and I forgot their name just because I have so much information up there. Like Jaylen Brown I remember Jaylen Brown when he was a little kid, when he was in elementary school, come to my games and stuff like that. And I be forgetting his name half the time when I think about it because I have so much information in my head. Yeah, Jaylen Brown comes from my team system, Wheeler High School and everything in Atlanta. But yeah, long story short, they could do that. The Hornets could do that. They have set themselves up to the point where right now they the big shockers. San Antonio Spurs another one, Oklahoma City another. I'm trying to think of somebody else who can also shop and buy. Brooklyn can, but Brooklyn won't. What Brooklyn more than likely will do.
Don't forget you got Orlando out there still.
No. No, Orlando can't do it because what Orlando did was they signed all their guys right now. Like Franz Wagner got a contract, but next year his contract hits. Pablo contract hits next year. Jonathan Isaac got 25 million, but it drops down to 15 million next year. But everybody on Orlando is signed up for the future. They was at a point last year. They was at a point where, dang, we could make moves and move everybody around. No, they got everybody signed up and locked up, and it makes sense too, because
Okay.
even
Yeah, it
without
makes a lot.
Pablo,
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
even without
He back
Pablo
now.
in front, they winning. They
Yeah, he back
backups are
now.
winning.
Pablo back.
I know he back. He hooped the other night. He was killing the other night. But even when they were out, they were still winning, still shutting teams down. By the way, the head coach need a raise. I like that coach, man. He a real good coach, man. Oh man, they mic'd him up, huh? What's his name again?
I'm Joe Mosley.
I be forgetting his name.
Joe
Yeah,
Mosley.
Mosley.
Joe Mosley.
Yeah. They mic'd him up one time, man, on the TNT game, and I can hear every play he was calling. He was just on spot, on the money. I mean, really, Giannis be having problems when he play against Orlando. Everybody has problems against Orlando. Well, we got blew out by Orlando, and they can't shoot, and we got blew out by them. Yeah, they locked up, bro. They
Now that's
good.
crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, they can't shoot, and they gonna lock
This is
you up,
why
though.
but see, Stacey, this is why I have a pinch of jealousy when it comes to those teams like OKC, Orlando, uh, San Antonio, especially Cleveland. Look what happened with Cleveland. Can you believe that? That team was in the
But
dumps. And look at them
yeah,
right
that's what you gotta understand, though. Yeah, they've been all in the dump. They all were. Orlando was trash too. Orlando after the Dwight Howard era was trash. They were drafting people like I remember they got Mo Harkless, they got Mario Hezonga, they had Harris, Tobias Harris. They had a lot
Yeah.
of crap over there.
They had a lot
They
of
had a front
standstill
office.
guys.
Real
Yeah, that's
talk,
what I call
tall
standstill guys.
bullshit.
But
Yeah.
we got to remember now when they fired Doc, and got a Cliffy, they did go to the playoffs with Boots.
Yeah.
So I mean, we gotta give them that credit. You know what I'm saying? They did make a
Well,
playoff
I
run.
know. When was this? What year? What era? Which one? Not the
I know
Doc. After
it,
Doc.
it, yeah, after Doc got fired, it was Steve Clifford was the coach, and Vucevic had a hell of a year, became an all-star. He was doing
Oh
the
yeah. Oh
thing
yeah. Yeah.
that
Yeah. Yeah.
Joker's doing now. He was doing it,
Yeah. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Because you remember Doc was there in the early 2000s too.
Mm-hmm.
Doc was there before he went to Boston. So I was wondering what time you were talking. What
Yeah, I
time
think it
it
was
is?
Doc. Was it Doc? Then Jock Bond, then Steve Clifford. I think that's how the order went in.
And then they had Van Gundy too.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So
No,
they've
no,
been
no, not
they
the Van Gundy era. Not that era. That's when they was really good. The Van Gundy era. That's when they was really good. I'm talking about the Doc era. They was so. Um, uh, when they had, I think Jock Bond. I think they was doo doo, and then when they got Steve Clifford, he got them to the playoffs.
I think, and thinking about that, and I'm not based out of Charlotte. I'm not based out of the Carolinas. Okay, I'm not based out of Carolinas, but I think what y'all like the Carolina fan base go through is y'all don't have a solid foundation of a long term pro franchise team, and that kills y'all because Duke and North Carolina is strong, and then you got Clemson that's strong, and then you got the Hurricanes, Carolina Hurricanes that's strong. But when it comes down to the two major sports, Hornets and Carolina Panthers, the front office has been trash, and it kind of eats at y'all. It's eat at y'all way worse than what the Hurricanes should be positive to y'all. Hurricanes is a good franchise in hockey, y'all. Any fan, if you ever want to get into hockey and learn hockey, watch the Hurricanes build their team. They're a really good franchise,
But
like really good.
Stacy, do they have a championship with the Hurricanes? Do they have a championship?
Yeah, they won when I was in high school. They
Stanley Cup?
won.
Yeah,
Yeah, they won
yeah,
the
they won the
Stanley
Stanley
Cup when
Cup. I
I was in high
remember.
school. Yeah, Mark Stahl
Yeah,
and all them,
I
the
think
Stahl brothers
the Avalanche.
and Braden Moore. Yeah, the Braden Moore.
Yeah,
He's actually the coach of the team. The star player of that team is actually the coach of the team now. The star player
was it the Colorado Avalanche? I think back in the day.
Rod Brindamore, all that. Like, yeah, that they were good. Like, I was in high school, like my senior year of high school. I think they won it. They was on cover of video
Yeah.
games and everything.
But you know what? Right. But you know what? You're right as far as watching teams like Carolina win national championships in recent years, watching Duke and their dynasty as it continues, and then because Carolina is a basketball hub. You understand what I'm saying? Just like
It is.
the Deep South is a football hub, the Carolinas is a basketball hub. Man, a lot of great players. I mean, look at the Hall of Fame. Look at all the Carolinas that's in the Hall of Fame. So this is why it is tough.
I was gonna say, I'll tell you like this: Pelicans got 6 players on their team, all from Carolina. They got 6 players on their teams from Carolina right now. Trey Murphy, Brandon Ingram, DeJounte Murray, Zion, and there's 2 more, and I can't think of their names right now. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. Like that's just Carolina's is a hotbed for good basketball, bro. And I knew that when I lived in Atlanta, we used to travel up to Carolina and play teams up there, or they would travel to us, or we would see them at tournaments in Florida. We'll see them in tournaments in Houston or California, wherever we went. We were on national schedule. And then I think also Oak Hill in Virginia plays a lot of teams in Carolina too. And, you know, Mount Vernon,
but
they play a lot of teams.
But those are academies, though. We're just talking about like
that's
you know what I'm saying?
There's teams. Hold on, there's teams. There's teams that are public schools on a national schedule.
Right, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I was on a national schedule.
Those, I'll call those homebred. You know, when they go out to these academies and things of that nature, that's a little different. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oak Hill's an academy. They are academy. Just like what's that Christian school down there that John Wall went to in North Carolina? Their academy too. He went to a school over there.
Yeah, it's a bunch of them out there. But I was when I'm talking about Carolina is a grassroots for developing high skilled basketball players with that process high on the hardwood. I'm speaking about, you know, homegrown more so than when you get 14, 15, they send you off somewhere to an academy and you develop there. No, I ain't talking that. I'm talking about staying in the Carolinas, graduating, walking that stage as a basketball player.
Right.
Everybody get up out of here. We're gonna pull back up tomorrow.
Man, be blessed, Far.
Okay,
I ain't heard from you the whole time, bro. The whole time we talking,
Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I was with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Everybody hit that like button on the way out, squad.